There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to...
Good evening, Reds. Welcome to Jarvis's Corner with Jarvis Cocker and my good friend Stu Woolley on MUFC Realist TV. Oh,
on the old Coke tonight. Yeah, on the old Coke tonight. Yeah. Well, it's I saw like a grab quickly. So it's Coke Zero, whatever that means. Whatever that means. Who knows? Who knows? How are we, buddy?
Zero, you're a hero. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's
One tries. One tries. They do say heroes don't wear capes. I try my best.
I just got a message from Poppy Power Hour. He will be joining us in a couple of minutes. He's just his dinner's ready. I don't know.
You're in trouble with Jamie. Jamie said Stu, take that blue coloured shirt off. I think he might have meant you.
Okay. What?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Jamie, well done, mate. Oh, right. Well, okay. What does that say? My cock was is magical. Lovely. You gotta love that one. That's Trev Wade's been thinking about that for years. He's been looking down, trying to find it. He thinks when I do find it, it's like a magic weapon. He says.
I bought it in the US on a surfing shop. So yeah, I think it's some kind of
Yeah, there's a bit of paradox. Yeah, there's a bit of something towards that, isn't it? So yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Christmas is approaching.
Yes.
Everyone's excited.
When do you put up your Christmas tree? You put it up
well,
23rd.
Well, to be brutally honest, I'm a 6 days before, 6 days after kind of guy.
Yeah.
There's only 12 days of Christmas, not.
Is that the British English way?
No, God, no. The English way is for most people try and get the tree up the end of November, at the beginning of December. There's lights everywhere. They absolutely love it. What about the Norwegian way?
Well, it depends. It depends. I like to start early. My tree has been up for a week. The Christmas decoration is
the Norwegian spruce. The Norwegian blue spruce, we know, yes.
Yeah. You know, where I live, it's so dark. So I like it when you get all this Christmas decoration lights outside. Brightens up the day. So, yeah.
Did you go out and cut your own tree down? That's what I want to know.
No.
You did? When you hired that Volvo and you were claiming you were moving someone out, in your trailer. It was the tree, wasn't it? You went down.
Have you seen, what's the name? Christmas Lampoon? The movie.
Oh yeah. Where to go out, and cut the tree down.
Magnificent tree.
There's another one called Daddy's Home 2. It's to do with two stepdads. It's got Mark Wahlberg in, and they go and they cut a tree down, but it's not a tree that he actually cuts down. It's a cell tower. It's quite funny. You should watch it, Daddy's Home 2. But if we do start Christmas movies, do a P from the 1st of December. I do like Christmas movies. I love getting into Christmassy. I haven't got any mulled wine this year, but I'm thinking of making my own. I love mulled wine. Oh, it's beautiful. It's like a warm, spicy wine.
Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah. I think we call it the glug in Norway.
Ah, right. Well, either that.
You can have almonds in it, and
that's right. Yep. Yeah, you've got oranges in it, cinnamon sticks, something like that. I mean, we do something in Iron Bridge. We've got about 15 pubs in close proximity, so we do something called the Golden Mile as a tradition. The lads only. on Christmas Eve, and the idea is that you have a pint or whatever in this pub, and you have to choose. And last year it was we got to this pub. It was my choice. I got everybody mulled wine. Fuck me, dropped us to our knees. It was really, really strong. We were about 7 or 8 pints in at that time. So it's all
the rest is history. You can't remember anything.
Yeah, Jamie Rain's coming in, by the way. He's watching Elf. Elf is brilliant. Yeah,
Elf. Yeah, that's Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell.
Yeah, now Will Ferrell's in Daddy's Home too as well. So yeah, get your Christmas movies in. Love to know. And when you put your tree up, love to know what you're doing with.
I will tell you one thing that's special because I think you open the presents as in the US on the first day of Christmas, or
in the UK.
Yeah. 24th? Yeah, okay. Because you open the presents the 24th.
Yeah, so you can do. You can. It's not a tradition. In America, it is absolutely, but in the UK, it's not a tradition. So what tends to happen though is when the kids are smaller, when you've got younger children, such as your two, for example, come midnight, they're counting down till probably about 4 or 5 in the morning before they can come and wake you up. That's what tends to happen, isn't it? And then you have this 2-3 hours worth of absolute carnage. And there's ribbon everything. Oh, I've got this. Oh, I've got this. I've got this. I've got this. You know, when you do your kind of Santa's plates. So we've got so family tradition is you get like a carrot, and then you scrape 2 like teeth marks in the carrot. You chop a bit off, and mince pies. Luckily, I don't like mince pies, so I don't have to chomp on those things.
Do you have eggnog?
A nut.
Eggnog.
Eggnog. Oh, sorry, eggnog. Sorry.
Eggnog.
Yeah. No, I don't like eggnog. It's a bit too milky for me.
Okay.
Eggnog. But you just got to Die Hard. Of course, Jamie's coming with absolute peach.
Neil Driscoll with some fun facts coming in and say Trafalgar Square Christmas tree comes from Norway.
It does. Yeah, every year. And I think the Queen's, the King. No, I apologise. His tree is from Norway. Stephanie Griffithson with Bad Santa. Yes, absolutely. If you haven't seen that, it's worth a watch. It's definitely worth a watch.
Let's go through. Say hi to the chat.
And they're all in.
To the movies, Christmas movies they like. As we mentioned, Jamie Wayne comes in and say Elf is quality. Elf, and who else do we have? We have Die Hard with Yippee-Ki-Yay.
Yippee-Ki-Yay, Mother whatever.
Yeah. Father Mucker. Let's say Roddy Johnson comes in and say nice mug, Jarvis. Yes. I won it actually. I the other day when I saw the Bodø/Glimt game, I went to the local football pub with the local Man United supporter club, and we had like a guess the result, and I won. I had the correct result, 3-2. So I won myself a mug.
Oh, what a quality one! What a quality one! Naz is coming in with a staple, Home Alone 2, lost in New York, which my lad's in New York at the moment, actually. So
Home Alone, why not Home Alone 1? Home Alone 2, is that better?
People seem to like Home Alone 2 more. I don't know why, actually. I quite like them both. I think they're all quite good, actually. Home Alone 3 or whatever it is wasn't great.
Makes me laugh when thinking of the two burglars when he
absolutely brilliant. When he's pushing the paint cans down the stairs and all that.
The paint cans.
Absolutely brilliant. Roger's coming again with Die Hard. Die Hard's got quite a couple of
Bruce Willis. What else we got? I think you kind of remind me of Bruce Willis, Stu. You're like a Stu Willis kind of guy.
Yeah, one tries. One. Just call me Stu Willis. That's how you do it. Yeah, one. Yeah. Now, Jingle All the Way. Now, if you've not seen Jingle All the Way, that's quite funny. So that's about a dad who's always working, and his lad wants a particular toy, and his dad was supposed to pick it up. He didn't get it. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they have to fight through the streets. Absolutely, it's so funny. It's really, really good. That is. Gremlins, good old Roddy, with Gremlins. What else have we got?
How was that? You couldn't give them food after 12 o'clock or after midnight?
It's after midnight.
Food after midnight. And I read the question somewhere that what if they had some crumbs in their teeth and they swallowed after
Turbo Man,
midnight?
that is. Yes, you get a seed in your teeth. Yes,
Yeah.
Turbo Man. That was the film. Turbo Man was the doll that he wanted in. Oh God, what's it called now? Jesus, Jingle All the Way. Yes.
Jingle all the way, jingle.
Oh, Johnny K's in the house, by the way.
Oh,
Johnny
all the way from the US of A.
Commode is in the house, and he's in Home Alone. He's in the Home Alone bracket. He watched. What did he watch in Thanksgiving? He watched Christmas Chronicles with his wife's relatives. Okay.
What's the name of that animated movie with Tom Hanks? Well, like a train going to the North Pole.
Oh, don't know. You might have to help us out in the chat on that one because I'm not really.
Tom Hanks is the voice of the train conductor.
Oh, is he? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually a good movie.
Polar Express.
Polar Express. Yeah, I always watch it with
Kev's
my
coming
kids.
with Polar Express. Yeah, and Ridwan has come in with Polar Express as well.
Yes, thank you guys for reminding me. I always watch
And
it.
Johnny K. Johnny K's always in, isn't he, with the correct answer?
Yeah. Oh, Neil Driscoll comes in. He wants us to talk about football. Let's stop this Christmas
Sorry,
nonsense
guys.
and
You
go.
brought it up. It's all your fault.
Yeah. Well, it's Christmas. But one more Christmas question before we leave that subject. Do you know what you're going to buy your wife until Christmas? Or yes or no? Oh, you don't have to answer. You don't have to answer.
Who knows?
know?
I think so.
Okay. So you have an idea.
I have an idea. Yes, I think I know what I'm getting.
Okay.
I'm not sure,
Mm-hmm.
so I can't divulge.
No. We were not going to speculate anymore. So let's go back to football and Arsenal. There was an FA Cup draw tonight.
Yes.
And we are playing Arsenal away.
Well, I was talking to a couple of my mates actually because you were right about Bodo Glimt, and you're right about Bodo Glimt in terms of how they played.
Yeah.
And I must admit, their first goal, I saw it coming. I just there's something about when he crossed the ball and he shaped for the strike. You could just see it. You could just tell by his shape that he was going to be able to control the strike. But I thought we showed signs of progress. Not that, you can't really see much progress from Ipswich team, Bodo Glimt. We saw further signs of progress. But what actually excites me more than anything about Wednesday is it's the first time in probably a decade that Manchester United going to Arsenal is actually going to mean something. It matters. The game matters.
Yes.
It matters like it did when Keane and Vieira were in the tunnel. It matters like it did when John O'Shea pops the chip in and he goes like that, as if he's done it all his life. It matters when Ronaldo pops one in on the goal line and he ends up in the net celebrating. Not like Yekini, the old Nigerian striker in the USA 94, but he puts it in the net and he pops out, on the black kit that we played in, which looks so evil. Just looks so evil. Roy Keane, Vieira scrapping, and it reminds me of, although it's a different era and it's a different type of rivalry, it reminds me of those days where it actually means something to go to Arsenal for once. We're actually travelling there with a real purpose, because a win takes us potentially, depends what happens with City, a point behind City. And bearing in mind we've got Forest again on Saturday evening, we could really leapfrog 2 or 3, maybe even 4 places just by these 2 games alone, because people are playing each other, and we could really dent Arsenal. Arsenal can't afford to lose now.
No.
It's ridiculous. Arsenal can't afford to lose. We win, we start to become within touching distance of elevation of the league, which for us, where we were 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, it gives you that kind of fizz, doesn't it? It gives you that fizz. We don't know which team he's going to pick.
No.
Which is great. And the way that he speaks...
I have a slight idea, but yeah.
I've got a slight idea. The way that he's spoken after the Everton match about I'm going to rest, or I needed to rest, there were substitutions that came in, the dynamic thinking, a potential yellow cards for Morinouh, potential yellow card for Martinez, bringing on Maguire to get him some kind of game time in his legs, just in case he's needed for Wednesday night, or he doesn't potentially not quite want to play Euro yet. We don't know, do we? And then leaving Højlund out, maybe for Wednesday night, seeing Xerxes do something and really have a solid game. Watching Rashford come alive again, watching bringing a Garte on, which I think, and I'll talk about Arsenal away. I'll be really interested to know your thoughts on the Garte and where we'll employ him on Wednesday, because I've got my theory on that. And just seeing when we conceded chances, we weren't brilliant, we weren't stable as a back four. As a back three and a midfield four. We conceded chances. We've already said that the four in midfield will be problematic on occasions, and it proved to be again with Everton, as it did with Better Glimpse, as it did with Ipswich. But just problematic. That's all. I'm not saying it's a disaster. I'm just saying it's problematic, and I don't want to. I refuse to kind of wonder what could happen past Saturday evening, but I can't help getting really excited for Wednesday night. And Arsenal are playing some very, very good football at the moment. There's no coincidence. It's no coincidence that it's all happened since Ødegaard has come back. They look a far more different outfit. And so for me, I can't wait. And Neil's right, by the way, to bring up Arsenal, because we're all in group chats on WhatsApp. All of us are in group chats. And after group chats are saying, oh, fucking hell, we're drawing Arsenal away. I say great. Honestly, I say brilliant. What about a cup run if you beat Arsenal, then you turn over City, and you beat Liverpool in your cup run? What a cup run that would be. And it's away with Arsenal. So I think I just, that's what excites me about this game. There's a meaning. If Liverpool win again this week, during the week, they're 9 points ahead of Arsenal at the minute, 11 points ahead of City.
Yes.
If we beat Arsenal and Liverpool win, what you tell me? I'm not saying Liverpool win the title.
No, I will take one game at a time. For me,
I'm not saying for us. I'm saying Arsenal, because
then
we've come from 11
points,
12 points, 13 points behind, but the game's changed, and even 6 points behind City or Liverpool is a real problem. How can you claw that back?
Yeah.
So for us, I'm with you. I'm one game at a time, but the excitement that's bubbling inside me for Manchester United, Arsenal, I haven't had in years. Can't wait till Wednesday. I really, really am looking forward to it. I can't wait.
How do you see the game? Let's just talk a little bit about the Arsenal game, because now we've seen 3 games with Amorim, and we know a little bit about what to expect. And they have been okay. We have been playing against weaker opposition. Arsenal is a different level than Everton, Bode Glimt, and Ipswich.
Yeah.
How do you actually see that game? Because Arsenal, we know they are extreme in high press. We saw it when they played away against Sporting. They played against this 3-5-3-4-3 formation, and what they did, they pushed high with 6 guys.
Correct.
With 1 man extra spare covering for all of those 6. They were pressing with 7 people. I haven't seen a high press like that in a long time. And what they basically did, they locked down Sporting, so Sporting couldn't play the ball out. They couldn't get it out from the back 3.
I think it's going to be a problem for us going to Arsenal. Let's be clear about this. It's not going to be an easy night's work. I think Amorim's going to not remove himself away from his principles, because I don't believe he's that type of person. But I think he's going to have to employ Agate to do a job on Ødegaard. And that's going to be it. Very, very similar to
job. Yeah,
very similar to the way that Herrera did Hazard back in the Chelsea days that time. Phil Neville, and I'm going way back here when Arsenal Invincibles were beaten 2-0 at Manchester United in the FA Cup. Phil Neville took out Reyes, amongst other players, by the way, who took Reyes out as well. You stop Ødegaard. I'm not saying you stop Arsenal, but I'm saying if you stop Ødegaard, you've got a really good chance of doing something within the game, either getting a draw or winning. But then you stop Ødegaard, and I know Jamie's not a fan of Saka, but you've got Saka, you've got Havertz, who's scoring goals at this point in time. You've got Gabriel, who's great in the air. I think Trevor's made a point, or somebody's made a point. Naz, M87's made a point about set pieces, which we're not very good at, we know. So I think, and this is what I was talking, I wanted to bring up the team selection, Jarvis, because one thing, he was a decent player, Trev. Absolutely, he was. One thing about Arsenal is also they're massively mobile in midfield, hugely mobile. And my worry is if you go with Agate and Casemiro, here he is.
Guys.
It's the Christmas Pappy Hour. Look at that. That's what we're going to call him, the Christmas Pappy Hour.
You already know.
What are you eating?
We got rice and stew today.
Oh, lovely. Yes, that's how you do it. Yeah.
You know, I always look forward to having my Monday dinner with you guys. So
we like it. We love it.
No broccoli this time.
No, but rice is lovely, isn't it? And I quite like my rice sticky. I like it quite sticky, you know. But I do like stew and rice actually together. It's got a nice taste in it.
That's true.
You can use a spoon and you're in business. What I was going to say is, Jarvis,
talking about rice, midfield.
Rice, hey, Jarvis, that's so good.
I'd love to get Pappy's opinion on this, but I don't think, and it's just my personal opinion, we go with Agate and Casemiro. I think you've got to go with Agate and mobility. Now, who that is, because Morinouh's out the equation, would it be? And I'm floating it, guys. I'm asking the question, would it be... Let me pick my 11, Jarvis. Let me just pick my 11.
Okay. Pick your 11, yeah.
And then we all pick our 11, just for argument's sake. Onana, Shaw, Maguire, De Ligt, Yoro in the squad. Definitely in the squad. We know that.
On the bench.
I'm going to go Agate. I'm going to go with Bruno as an 8. I'm going to go with I've got a TBC question mark on the left, but I'm going to go with Mazzari, which won't surprise you. I don't know whether I want to go with Malacia or not, so let me just hold that one for this point in time, and then that leaves me with my dilemma. I think Mount, Højlund, Ahmad. Ahmad. Yes, I'm not saying Rashford. I'm saying Ahmad.
So you put Bruno and Ugarte in centrally.
So Bruno for mobility. Agate is your man job job with Ødegaard, because I think we must do that. I'm going to go with Malacia as a natural left wing back. I don't think we'll go with Dallo. I'm going to go with Malacia. So that would be my 11. So it's Shaw. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go through it, because I lost you.
So so Shaw where Martinez is, because Martinez is suspended.
Yeah. Okay.
So Maguire, Maguire where De Ligt is, and De Ligt where Mazzari is. This is just my thoughts. And Maguire in there, Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
Mazzari, Agate, Bruno.
And
I'm going
left
to go
wing
with
back.
Malacia. I'm going to go with Malacia. I could be completely off base. So where you got Martinez, Malacia,
Okay. Okay.
Ahmad Mount, and Hoyland. That's correct.
Hmm.
No,
Okay.
that's what I don't. I just that's what I think he might go with. Now he could surprise us,
Yeah.
and it could be Shaw in place of Malacia, and he starts Yoro.
So can I respond to something?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I'd love to know what you think.
So we know Arsenal is a team of giants. Big up Neil Driscoll in the building, by the way. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button, by the way. And no, there's no broccoli in my teeth, Trevor. Calm down. And Joe says, why you always eating? Because food is nourishment. Okay? All right. All right. So
Big
here
up,
we
Joe. Big up.
Here we go. Let's talk about what Stu is cooking right now. So the food smells good, Stu, but the only ingredients that I feel like are not quite up to it is having Mount and Ahmad in there. You're gonna lose all the second balls. Because of the physicality, not because Ahmad is not like a hard worker or anything, or Mount is not a hard worker. But that team is a basketball team. It's a team of bouncers. You know those guys you see at the club when you're about to get in? That's who are going to play on
But I
Wednesday.
see high intensity. You know, Ahmad and Mount.
I'm thinking they'll press. I think that's what he's using for the press.
And on the ball, that can work for us because they are really good. They really cover a lot of ground, and we saw how hardworking Ahmad is. But what I would also mention is the fact that there is no apparent, like Hoyland it would be good as the only threat, but we know Arsenal have a high line. And you want to exploit that. So that's why I would call for Marcus Rashford to be put in this lineup. And like if you have that, you have two threats, Hoyland's pace and Rashford's pace, to try and exploit that.
Do you think he might? So okay. So no, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So the reason I went with Ahmad in Mount is because I think he'll want to push and press. I think I want to hound and harass. The Arsenal back line,
which is fair.
because you can get at them absolutely no issues. So I think that's why he wants to do that. Actually, I do agree with you about Rashford, and I was kind of I had it in my brain. Would he
who's out? Malacia then and Masraoui.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
And swap Malacia for Rashford, like this. So this will be Poppy's preferred.
No. My preferred has, I don't know about the front three yet, but I can tell you the right wing back has. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Don't drink anything, Jarvis, because you might spit it out. But my right wing back has Anthony in it.
I can't do it. Be careful.
This is why. There's reasons to this. Anthony is fresh. Anthony has seen what Ahmad can do, and he has to step up his level now. Anthony has scored versus Arsenal before. Anthony will give you the defensive work rate that you really want, and Ahmad can come in and sub Anthony, because Ahmad played a lot of, even the manager talked about him saying like Ahmad was really tired at the end of the game. You saw that.
With that in mind, would you switch Mazzari? Would you push Mazzari to the right and put Anthony to the left?
Luke Shaw needs help versus Saka. So you
so you're thinking Mazzari. Okay.
Mazraoui stays where he is.
Yeah.
And Shaw versus Saka, Saka.
Where is Ahmad into this? Do you want to sub put Ahmad here?
I've got no issue with what you're saying.
Yeah,
I've got no issue. I can see, but looking at the bigger picture, fellas, isn't it fucking brilliant that we can have a debate about the starting 11 and really have a proper debate about why you would pick that 11? We haven't been able to do this for 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have we?
I see Nuruddin want to have a.
Yeah, bring him on.
I'm
So I
curious what
think
he's
we
going
link,
to say.
Nora.
We can have a proper debate here. And the best thing about it is, Pappy, is whether you had Anthony or Ahmad or whatever, it's not really going to weaken us. And that's what I like. So what did you think about the back three, knowing that potentially where we are?
Perfect for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect for me.
Roddy Johnson comes in and say I swoop Maguire and De Ligt. So he would have
that's on the pitch. So he's
Maguire
putting
on the right
De Ligt
and
in the
De
middle.
Ligt
Okay.
in centrally. And I kind of agree because De Ligt has now cemented himself as the central defender. He's been playing there for 3 games, and I think he's also learning on the job. He's not used to this, and I think he's doing better and better.
Yeah.
Even though he was a little bit shaky.
What's your 11 then, Jarvis? Like I say, honestly, Pappy, I don't disagree with you, and I think this is the beauty of where we are.
Yeah.
At the moment, nuts, isn't it?
Yeah. Jarvis, let's hear yours. What are you changing?
Come on, Jarvis.
I'm not. I would most definitely play Ahmad on the right because I think Ahmad just needs time and he will be perfect he is already perfect, but you know what I mean. So Ahmad on the right wing back. I agree with Ugarte. I agree with Bruno because we need someone who when we want to shift the play.
I'm talking mobility. Yeah, I was just going with mobility. That was all.
I agree with all that.
I would actually like to play Masraoui as right and drop Maguire. So I play De Ligt centrally and Masraoui here in the 6. So the question is, who are we going to put on left wing back? We have Malacia as an option. We have Anthony, but for me it has to be Malacia. And I think Rashford should play because I think he was good last game, and Mason Mount.
I definitely think Mount plays. I do. I do.
Yeah.
I was.
So this I think this will be my starting 11.
No, we're not. When you think about it, we're not too dissimilar, really. There's only one or two. We haven't changed each other's teams drastically. And I could live with that.
This team needs some panel beating. Can we get Mr. Structure in here to give it some structure, please? Because
yes, here he is. There we do.
Big up, Dino. Big up.
Are we all right?
So guys, yeah, we are talking about the starting 11 against Arsenal. This is what we got so far. This is my suggested starting 11. I don't know. What would you do differently, Nordin?
Actually, a lot of people have gone for that team. I would rest Bruno, me personally.
Yeah, I had Maguire.
And that's unrealistic.
But
I would have played
Casemiro is the only option then.
Casemiro.
I don't see Eriksen coming into this team.
Yeah, Casemiro there. That's what I would have done. But in terms of, I just got this feeling. I don't know why. I just got this gut feeling that I think he's going to go more slightly defensive tomorrow. I really think he's going to try to go and play Masraoui as the wing back. Bring Ahmad on after 65 minutes or something like that. Make changes at the 65 minutes. I just think from the way he was talking after the game, when he was asked about Ahmad, he was saying that Ahmad, is brilliant. He does this, does that. But he said he's tired. Even though he came on against Bodo Glimt, he played this game. So I don't know. Maybe he was starting because he's one of our better players in the system.
Yeah.
But he might. But yeah, a lot of people have picked this team. Some people think Dalot, but I think Malacia to be more aggressive. But I think Dalot will have to come on because Malacia can only do half, maybe.
But then it's better to start Malacia because
yeah, definitely. So yeah, I like the team. I think Mount definitely up there, Sterling and Garnacho, because we can't be wasteful. We can't be just losing the ball.
But we have no Bruno in this
to
team.
me, I would play in Rashford and Garnacho.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to go with the Roadrunners on top?
You have to exploit that pace, that high line.
You have to, because we're playing Arsenal and we're not going to have much of the ball.
Yeah.
We just do like this.
So we're gonna. No,
Okay.
Garnacho. No. I said you didn't hear me. No. I said we cannot play Rashford and Garnacho because they both lose the ball frequently.
Now I get you.
We can't have players who lose the ball. We need players who are going to actually do some defensive, who are going to get back in shape, and who's going to win with the press, get the ball back. Yeah, I wouldn't play the Roadrunners. No. I would definitely play Mount. And if it was up to me, you know where I would play Ahmad. You know where I would play Ahmad. If Ahmad was going to start, I would start Ahmad instead of Rashford. Mount and Ahmad would be then one who runs physically, one who presses really well. That's what I would do. But apart from me, so tomorrow, I do think there might be that Masraoui might go to right wing back, and Lenny Yoro might start as where Masraoui starts.
I had a similar team, Nuruddin, but I had Maguire in. I had Delict where Mazzari is, Maguire in the middle, Shaw. I went with Ahmad Malacia. I went with Bruno alongside Agate. I didn't put Rashford in though. Go on, sorry.
I just want to say one thing. When it comes to Maguire playing against Arsenal, because we know Arsenal will go full on pressing, and I've seen Maguire under pressure, and he's not as calm as we want him to. So against Arsenal, I don't think it's the right game for him. I think we need a player like Masraoui in the back if he wants to be able to play out from the back.
I think he'll swallow Havertz.
You think so?
In terms of the physicality, in terms of
Maguire's
the issue is playing out from the back.
Maguire's ideal against Havertz. Just right at this point in time. He's a perfect match for Havertz. Yeah. Otherwise, you're absolutely right. The thing is, though...
But Stu, what about when Havertz doesn't come to the ball? Havertz won't press. Havertz sometimes drops into the midfield and comes even deeper beyond the halfway line.
Yeah. So he won't press, and I think that might just, like I say, it will play into Maguire's hands just on this game. Look, the best thing about it, and Nuruddin, before you came on, I was saying to the lads, it's the first time in years that we've been able to go to the Emirates with something on a game for a start, and with a real chance of competing. And it's also the first time in a while that we've been able to pick 3 or 4 different teams, very, very closely matched. And, you know, whatever you take out with it, like you say, if you take out Maguire and put in Mazzari for whatever reason, you bring in Ahmed, you put in Mount, you put in Casemiro instead of Bruno. We've got a side capable of stopping Arsenal. Absolutely brilliant. But that was my only reason for Maguire. But, you know,
Stu, that makes sense because, you know, the corner kicks is Arsenal's biggest threat, and we have to get as many tall people that we can in there, you know. And if we survive the set pieces, we have a really good chance against Arsenal. We could nick it 1-0, you know. As long as we keep it tight with the set piece defending.
It's all that matters, isn't it?
And I like the point that you mentioned earlier. It's like as long as somebody's willing, Havertz wants to wrestle with Maguire is winning that. If Havertz drops deep, then it's a conundrum. It's like what's going to happen now? And I would want De Ligt to be more the central defender. In that
again, I can understand that De Ligt can progress better than Maguire. Absolutely, that's the thing, Jarvis, about having 3 at the back. You don't need to use Maguire to push from the back. You've got Shaw and you got De Ligt and Nuruddin and Pappy yourself. You could be right. It could actually be Yoro. He could absolutely throw a complete surprise in. Now we know one thing about Yoro is he can progress the ball from the back. He's got a hell of a stride on him. So
I think he might be. I from everything the way he was talking. I don't know if you saw Amorim's press conference. From the way he's talking, he might be giving him his debut tomorrow.
Oof.
I mean,
Which would be a little bit poetic because he got injured versus Arsenal in the preseason.
he did, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Yeah, it would be poetic. Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. That'll be.
Guys, I just sent you on WhatsApp. You just retweet the stream on X so we can have a little bit more viewers. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, I've tweeted it. Yeah, I've tweeted it.
Thank you. I just want to say, let's just step two steps back and talk a little bit about the two last games. What you have seen from a structural point of view, from a tactical point of view, and are we starting to see a clear shape and style with this team? Nordin, you want to go first?
Yeah, a little bit. Even though I did think that I saw a lot more against Bodo Glimt than I did see again. I think the second half was very controlled. I think Everton didn't offer anything in the second half, but the first half was quite tricky because he made 7 changes from Bodo Glimt, if I'm not mistaken, unless I'm making that up. And
he made a lot of changes. Yes,
yeah,
he did.
So it was about, I think 7 changes. So there was a drop because some of these players have not played in that roles, and I thought 100% they struggled, especially in the midfield with Kobe coming back and Casemiro. Very much too flat, balls played through too many times for my liking. And if Everton had people who can make the decision in the final third, either to connect the final pass or to shoot at the right time, then I think we could have been 1 or 2 down, like in that first half an hour.
Yeah.
But I thought Bodo Glimt, I did see. I saw the team shape. I did see that because Bodo Glimt are quite physical and quite fit team. And in that first half, it was a tough game. But I did see Manchester United energy levels try to match them. You know, at times, I thought the shape, I thought the press, the way we try to press. At times, they're very good at getting out. They did get out. But I thought that the attacking structure and the way we were trying to find the strikers, the different routes that we were going down, I thought, yeah, there's a shape to this. Second half against Everton, well, I said the best controlled second half of the season for me in terms of the league. But Everton were toothless. So
yeah, but we scored in right after kickoff.
Yeah, we scored straight like that. That third goal killed them. That killed the game.
Yeah.
That killed the game. And then their heads dropped, you know. But that's my favorite goal of the season so far. That third goal. Because that Zirkzee one-touch pass. And then the patience and the waiting of Ahmad and the weight of pass to Rashford for the finish was perfect. And Rashford's first time finish was perfect. Was absolutely perfect. For me, I am seeing in terms of the way we press, I am seeing the fact that how we suck teams in. I'm impatient and I want to have a player that can switch the play. When we suck teams into the left-hand side or the right-hand side, we get them lopsided. And then the ball out to the right wing back that's the ball that's open. So we suck them into the lower, in the low. But I want to see that switch come really quickly. I really think that we can get at teams because everybody gets drawn in. Everybody gets drawn in. People are surprised that it happened for the third goal against Everton, but that's been our tactic. We play the ball to either to one side close to the touchline, try to combine, and then we go middle, then we go out wide. But I want sometimes you don't want to be predictable. You want to bypass the middle and just get it out wide. So then Ahmad is there because he knows what to do. More times than not, he's going to make the right decision. So that's the bit. And in terms of the passing, I see the diamond, innit? Everywhere is a diamond shape.
Yes.
So you can throw the diamond kind of shape all over. So there are options for players to get the ball, but it didn't really work. We scored, and then the passing game came. The diamond came out in the last 15 minutes against Everton at Old Trafford. That's when I saw the diamond really come out. The first 5-10 minutes the bit in the middle, we didn't do it. But the last 10 minutes, that's when we scored the goal. The bits, we started to bump them about a little bit. But before that, I was like, what the hell is this? Because they were very much a very kind of lacking a lot of confidence, Everton. A lot of grumbles in the team, lots of bad news around the manager and the players and lots of stuff. And they were bopping us about. And that's without Ghana. Because I had a PTSD from last season. Last season, we got 2 penalties. But we They performed the better. They were the better team. We got 2 penalties with Garnacho, if I'm not mistaken, last season. And I actually walked out of that game because I was like, we're getting fucking bopped by fucking Ghana, who we sold. And Daesh is out footballing us. I thought that in India and the other left-footed guy, the guy who used to be at United, McNeil, they were popping into the pockets. We couldn't cope with them. And that's what worries me. That's what worries me about Wednesday. I'm like, we need to play a bit more physical team, a team that can actually get amongst it, because you know what he's going to do. Havertz's going to drop in those kind of positions. And you know that, what's in Odegaard? Odegaard is unplayable in those pockets. He is so good. Popping it, getting it. And what I love about Odegaard is that one touch, keeps the ball moving. Even when he drops down deep, he keeps it moving. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But that's what I noticed. I noticed the way we stop back. I noticed the way that the positions that Mazraoui takes. I noticed that the way that Ahmad is almost kind of like this trigger for the press. Even though I didn't really see that much in the first half an hour, the press wasn't really working. We were back to shadow pressing till Ahmad starts to go and put the girls up. And the people think, because people underestimate Ahmad. He's quite quick over short yards. He puts the burners on very quick. He doesn't look very quick. He looks very slight, but he's very strong on the ball. And, Tarjowski didn't want to know. He didn't want to know. Braithwaite didn't want to know. He's just very nimble, nicking the ball of people, and he can accelerate. So
he can. But what I see Ahmad and his close control on the ball. Actually, it's a trick. A lot of good players do this. You see, especially Hazard used to do this. He puts his when he runs, he puts his foot on the outside of the ball in front of the defender, so it almost makes the defender foul him. So he defends the ball in a fantastic way, but he can do it while running, and that's what's so special about it. I don't know many players, but you see some players, like, you know what I mean, talking about, Stu. You've seen it.
Yeah. It's to defend against somebody like Hazard and Ahmad, you have to actually block defend them. But then that causes all sorts of trouble, because they've got the ability to go left or right, and you've then got to turn 360 to really get at them, because they'll turn you inside out. They won't just turn you 180; they'll turn you 360 because you're having to watch their feet and their eyes. So you're right; you've got to defend to the side, so you've got to show them the side, and it's very difficult to get a tackle in when he's. And I said this about Anthony, by the way, a while ago. It's very difficult.
I thought this today. I just have to show you this. I think it's incredible. He's unplayable at the moment. That's your saying.
Yeah. It is very difficult because he's shielding the ball with his foot, and you've got to go over his foot, or you've got to take his foot out, and he'll get the free kick. So the best way to do it is to try and give yourself a yard. Only a yard, because if you've given him more, he'll cut inside you. So again, you've got the 180 issue. Give him that yard and use your arm to pull him in many ways. So you've got to pull him into where you need him to be to then stop him. But the problem you're going to have, so if I was marketing, my issue is not knowing what to do with him. It's pace. I won't be able to. And Nuruddin's right. He's quick. He's like the Flintstones. When you ever see the Flintstones cartoon go like that, that's what he does. He doesn't appear to go anywhere, but all of a sudden, bang, he's away. And then you want to chase him. So you've got to be a bit physical with him. You've got to use, like I say, it's very, very, I know it sounds daft, but you almost got to pull him along so you can get hold of him and control him. If you can't control him and you're slow like me, you're 5 yards off him, you're not getting those 5 yards back. And that's really quite key. So it's a really good observation you make about is the position of the ball and the way that he shields it. And that's why he does get so many free kicks, and he doesn't get muscled off the ball anymore, because I think he is quite strong.
He's quite strong for his size, and I think actually his height is in his advantage. You see players like Hazard, like Maradona, like all these guys. They are 1 meter 60, 68.
Yeah, but what I was saying about the position you've got to take, it doesn't allow you the strength. It doesn't allow you the actual force that you need to get him off the ball, because you're almost running shoulder to shoulder with him. So it doesn't give you that strength. He's wonderful. I wasn't sure about him when he came from Atalanta. We saw 20 minutes of him. I defy anybody to tell me he saw more than that, because that's all we ever really saw of him. And he took his time. We didn't really know what was going on. Did he train right? Was he, aggro? Nobody really knows. But when he switched on as a footballer, and people don't like Saka, there's a lot of guys that don't like Saka in the chat, but he's exactly the same. You look at the way that he protects the ball. Ødegaard protects the ball. Havertz in many ways protects the ball. We haven't really got that outside of. Garnacho is a much easier specimen to mark. A much easier one. I mean, people, if you are quick, if you're Kyle Walker-esque, it'd be an easy 90 minutes for you. Ahmed's a bit more difficult. So I think unplayable means you can't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no player's unstoppable. I mean, Paul Scholes wasn't unstoppable. Zidane wasn't unstoppable.
Messi maybe is the closest thing you've got to an unstoppable player at his time.
But
you could stop Messi. You could have stopped Messi. But
you could have, yeah. But Noureddin's right. I mean, I said Noureddin before when the show started, before you came on, I said you've got to use Ugarte the way that we used Herrera against Hazard at that time. You've got to go in, if you've got a man marking, you've got to stop him, because you're absolutely right. He's the one he's the conductor in that team. But you've got good players around him that can take the ball. Trossard, guys, I hate the guy. I just absolutely hate him because he's there at the right time, right place, right time. He is, yeah.
Something up. Yeah.
But we can get at them at the back, and that's why Mount's got to start for me.
Yeah.
And I said drop Rashford, and I would have put Ahmed in place of Rashford. I could be wrong. He could play Xerxes in there. Let me tell you something about Xerxes, by the way. You were there, weren't you, Noureddin, at the game opposite? I don't know where you were for Xerxes' first goal. That was one hell of a chance to score. That was a very, very difficult execution.
I actually think Bruno meant the pass.
Yeah, he overhit
it. He made it for Xerxes.
Ahmad. I thought he meant for Ahmad.
100%. And the way that the defender called up to Xerxes, just as Xerxes was trying, it was just
bumped him. Yeah, I think it was Ashley Young bumped him.
Yeah, it's a hell of a finish. People won't. I promise you now, people won't agree with me on that. But it was a hell of a finish. And his second goal, to take that first time, and he's been through a rough patch, hasn't he, Xerxes? That there's something in there in terms of his ability to finish. So I think we're in a bit of a position where Amorim, for once, he'll be scratching his head. I think he'll take 2 days. Well, he would have taken today, to make a decision on what he wants to do. Well, I'm with Noureddin on this, Pappy, and you. I think he'll go more defensive. You're going to see a different type of Manchester United at the Emirates. But fuck me, we go there and win, Arsenal is fucked for the league. I mean, it really is that.
And I don't want them to be.
No,
I really want them to win the league.
Yeah, it's that desperate for Arsenal right now. If Liverpool win, and don't forget, guys, as I said earlier, we've got Forest, who were fourth, are they, or fifth, something at the minute. Forest, we could really push ourselves up into some kind of contention if we can beat Arsenal and Forest. What a league!
Yeah, to answer Jarvis's question earlier, like I'm seeing for me similar to what Noureddin was saying about some clear patterns, some clear, like, especially in the build up, they're not all the way, the patterns are not all the way all established in all areas of the pitch, but that is something that we can commend. We can also see a repetitive pattern in terms of, like, versus Ipswich, we scored first minute, versus what's the other team? Bodo Glimt, second minute, versus Everton. It was the first minute. It was a kickoff routine on the second half, right? So there is something that is clear, that is sort of like intentional about every time when we start, we have a clear move in mind. I don't think those three events happen by coincidence. That they asked Amorim about this, and of course he said, no, I'm just a lucky guy. But I think those things, they happen by precise planning and intention. To add on to the triangles that we're seeing, I'm starting to feel like there are now pentagons and heptagons. It's like even more complex, like triangles and shapes that allow us to play some moments of one-touch football that is really, really, really scintillating to watch. So I think this Arsenal game will be a good test to see where we are as a team. There's a couple of things that obviously the manager has to do to make sure we nullify the big threats of Arsenal, but all the players have to be on the A game. All the players have to really keep showing the consistent, like really, really aggressive approach that they've been doing. I'm really, really curious which wing backs he's going to go with and how he's going to try and exploit this weaknesses that Arsenal have, So yeah, to just like, just say that it's exciting. It's a really good thing that we're having this back and forth about, no, this player is more suited, because it feels like we're in a very good moment at this time.
Just to finish off this Arsenal debate, can we go with a score? What's your score prediction, Puppy? And give me the goal scorers too.
So I'm as long the Ruben system, like for me, I feel like the Bodo Glimt match showed that we can be vulnerable to teams that have long shots, like really long shooters. So Odegaard, Rice, all of those guys scare me. If Thomas Partey finds himself in there, that scares me, So we have to do well to keep a clean sheet. And I think it'll be a 1-goal margin. And I want to say, it might be one of those games where there's a team hits the post. Onana has a very, very, very good performance, and we just nick it at the end with a 1-0. And if we don't have a clean sheet, it's a 2-1 type of game for Man United.
2-1.
Yeah.
Stu.
Yeah, look, Pappy's hitting the nail on the head, really. I actually think it'll be a bit more high scoring. But Pappy's right. It'd be one goal either side. I was tempted. I was asked this a couple of days ago. I was tempted to go with 2-2. I really was. But I think we'll get over the line. And I think we'll beat them 3-2. But we will concede first. Unfortunately, I think we'll go behind. But I think we will win 3-2. I think Poppy's right. I just think there'll be a bit more goals. I think you can get at Arsenal. Even West Ham scored twice.
Yeah, you can see them drop off.
We can get at them.
Yeah,
so
they've conceded 14 goals. If I'm not, they conceded 14 goals.
So I'm going to go with 3-2. I think we come away with a win, but I think it'll be 3-2. But I think Stephanie's gone with 2-2. So I wouldn't discount that either. Yeah, I think it's a good. Yeah, I wouldn't discount that, but I think we'll edge it 3-2.
So, Mr. Optimistic himself. give us your score prediction, Dora.
Well, I said don't get beat. That was my initial feeling about the game. Like, was that don't get beat. Like I always say to your top 6, get a point, beat them at home. It's always been the way. That's the way we've been brought up, innit? Get the point away, be hard to beat, and beat them at home. But I think they're gonna come out. I think because it's a big game. Is it on Amazon now? I think it's the Amazon.
It's Amazon. Yeah, it's all Amazon this week.
It's all Amazon this week. Oh God, I hate it. But so yeah, they're gonna come. They're gonna come, and it's gonna be very interesting. But I think the biggest thing for me, I think we might get beat. It might be 2-1, depending on how well we defend. But I'm looking at the performance in this game. I'm not genuinely worried about the score. I'm more thinking about what do we do when Arsenal put the press on? What do we do? Do we treat the ball like a hot potato? Are we giving the ball away every minute? Are we throwing, our slippers at the TV? What are we doing? Like as fans, are we like effing and blinding, or are we there going, wow, this looks all right? And I think the expectations are. It's going to be one of these frustrating games. But I got into it actually early on today, and a lot of people were saying 2-2 and stuff like that. A lot of people were saying that early on today on Saturday TV, what type of a game is going to be. But people are like, would I take 27% possession? I'm like, no, I don't want it. I want to break the cycle. The only game when I'm not asked about possession is the Scousers away. Because that game, I don't care how we play, as long as we win. But Arsenal, I really want Arsenal and the rest of the football in this country to look down this, like, mainly dark tunnel and see the light. And that light in this long tunnel is Manchester United rising again. That's what I want. I want us to put a marker in terms of performance. And I don't want, I said I'll accept 40% possession. You know what I mean? I just do not want to see hot potato FC. I want players who are under pressure. How are you getting out? How are we getting out of this pressure? How are we quite trying to construct? How are we going to control aspects of the game? Because I understand last sections of the game will be under the cosh. But how do we, when we're on top, when we get in the momentum a bit of the game, how do we put them under pressure? That's what I'm looking for. Those that are different things I'm looking for. I'm genuinely not, because they're going for a league title.
Yeah,
We're starting out with this new anything to get a draw, a win would be incredible. You know, I mean, and then you see the internet will fucking combust, because if you get a win, then you'll get all of that fucking title charge and the tape memes going around everywhere.
Yeah, but this is why you're going to see a different game. This is why you'll see a different Arsenal and a different Manchester United, because
the pressure is on them, Stu. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
the pressure is on them.
Yeah, 100%. We're going there with nothing to lose in many ways. And it's not about, and it's one of those games where whatever you've done in the last two games will have zero bearing on what happens on Wednesday night. What momentum you've got, whether you had any momentum, whether you were losing, you've lost the last 6 out of 7 like City, or you win the last 2 like us. It's got absolutely zero influence on what will happen in that game, because it is a different type of game. And I'd love our lads, and Nuruddin's right on this, and I've got to back you on this, pal. I'd love our lads to be getting on that plane tomorrow, flying down south, absolutely wanting to do a number on Arsenal, because I love playing away from home. I like playing at home, but I love playing away from home. And I love going over to your supporters at the end of it, clenching your fist because we've just done somebody on their own turf. There's nothing like beating somebody on their own turf. And I want us to go down to the Emirates. Jamie's right. I don't think we've won there in the last 5 years, something like that, and get that victory.
2017, last time we beat them.
2017, so it's even more then. And I just want us to go down there and do something. But we're going to have to be horrible. We're going to have to be a horrible team to do that. But back in the 2000s, the 80s and 90s, we were horrible when we went to Arsenal, but they were horrible to us. But Arsenal have a lot more riding on it, Jarvis. You know, they've got to go out and they've got to beat us. They cannot afford to lose. They really can't.
But let's say you are Arteta at the moment, and you're facing Man United on Wednesday. How would you feel?
Well, here's the thing: you can't feel any different. Do you think he goes into the game confident? Yeah, you've got to. You have to.
You
have to. You've got to go into that game confident. But so have we. So if I'm Arteta, I'm getting the lads together. We're going through the West Ham match. We're looking at the issues that we had at West Ham, but we're looking at our attacking play. And then I'm looking, and I know everything was right. I'm looking at how Everton kind of ran circles around us in the middle of the park. And this is why I don't. And I get the Casemiro thing. This is why I think we need a bit more legs in there. Someone who could be a bit more mobile in there. And I'm looking at.
You know what? If Collier was available, I swear to God, I'll play Collier on Ogate.
Yeah, great player.
Some energy,
But
because we need legs. We need people who are willing to close people down.
Yeah, exactly right.
Close people down. Put the fires out. We're going to need people who are alert.
Yeah, which is why I think Mount will be in there to help.
The only reason why I said Casemiro is because I'm like, he's good in the air.
I know. I get. Yeah, no, I know why you're waiting with him. I know why you're waiting with him.
Defending headers in the box, because you know how they play for corners.
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying I'd rather have Casemiro than Bruno, because the thing Casemiro, I'm thinking, is Ugarte will do all the running. You got to just keep the positioning. Casemiro, keep your positioning.
Difficult selection, isn't it? That one. It's not an easy selection to make, and that's why I went with Maguire, good in the air, and I think he's ideal to face Havertz. But honestly, if I'm Arsenal, if I'm Odegaard, again, I'm fucking buzzing. You're in training this morning, fucking Man United coming down.
Yeah.
Let's stop that train, and we should be thinking the same. Let's go down there and stop that train. Let's hit them hard.
If I was Amorim, I would go into the game confident. I would, because this is Amorim's first real
Test.
test. And I would test my players and say to them, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Try to see if we can win it. And I would see where the deficiencies is and try to learn as much as possible from this game, because no one expects a win and we have nothing to lose in a way. So this is the perfect opportunity for Amorim just to go in and give it all. Try to win.
Yes, but then on the other side of the coin, Jarvis, is that this is his first big game. He talked about the fans. He said he was embarrassed the fans singing his name because he says he's not done anything for this club yet and all of that kind of business. He said that we should be supporting the players, and obviously, but imagine you're like, listen, I want to keep this good feel factor, but I don't want to lose.
Yeah.
And you know the Portuguese school of coaching. You know their method is not to get beat. It's to win. Winning is everything, but make sure you don't get beat. That's an aspect of the school of Portugal. You know, the school of Portuguese way of seeing the game is not to get beat.
But to be honest,
get beat. If you can't win it, don't get beat. And I do think I understand 100% because it's people say Manchester United asked, there's no free hit, but this is a free hit because we've just got a new manager who's trying a system that none of our players have played before other than Mason Mount. You know what I mean? So he's going to try to stick with his system. The only things that all I remember is that teams who are the win backs, they could keep the ball better than the teams who play 4. Because there's always the outlet. Out wide is the outlet. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then defensively, they're going to be thinking about something different. You know what I mean? And like Stuart said, and we see the majority of the season, soon as Odegaard was out of the team, they turned into an average team. Let's be right. Yeah. They turned into
Man City when they lose Rodri, they had key players.
Yeah. So I genuinely do think that, he could both of those. And I think he would be going through those two things in the game where he's like, I really want to see who's got it here, who I can rely on, who can stand up for the fight. Because as a new coach, you're learning every day, innit? You're learning game by game. And the bigger games, you're like, who's got the temperament? Who's got that, let's go? Who's got that, I'm going to win my duel? Who's got those things, right? Who's got the minerals?
It's true because
you can have that. You can find that out. But also, I think at times in the game, he's like, I don't want to lose this. So I might shut the door.
Yeah, it's true that. I mean, we've got a really tough 6 weeks, next 6 games, haven't we? If you look at it, we got we got Forest, Arsenal, Forest.
Yes.
We've got Europa League. We've got City. We've got Tottenham in there, haven't we? You know, within the next 6 games, we've got a lot going on. So he's going to need his squad. But he's going to need to see who's going to stand up to the fight. You look around that dressing room Wednesday evening. I look around that dressing room. You look at the way the players get changed.
Yeah.
Who's speaking, who isn't. You look at all of these. Back in the day, and you'll all remember this. The types of games when there were critical games between the two clubs. Certain things never happened or hardly ever happened. You never ever saw Beckham really take a free kick because Arsenal very rarely gave free kicks on the 25-yard line because they knew it could be make or break for that game. All free kicks were done in the middle. It's the same with us. With Henry, they try and close Henry down. Time that he did, obviously it's a Highbury and he scores that back flick. That's just football. But there are certain things in the game that never happened when we played. And I'd love to see how that will transpire over the next 6 to 8 games.
Yeah.
Because we've got a real good glut of games. I think he'll be absolutely buzzing Amorim, really. I really do.
I think a lot of us
guys, I need to go because I've got to jump on another stream. But big up to everybody. Please smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and it don't cost you anything. Like the bloody video. Tune in and like. If you're one of the best shows on YouTube, trust me. Monday nights, I tune in and I take notes. So big up, love.
Thank you
to every one of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll be live tomorrow. I think 11 o'clock because I got a busy couple of days, but for the preview tomorrow.
Okay.
Love.
Okay.
Big up, Norden.
Big up. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Yes.
Talking of which, I didn't realise if Bombay's watching. Big up to you, pal. He must have heard that I played futsal for the other week because he mentioned it on Nuruddin's stream.
Yes,
so big up to Bombay. Futsal King. I'm not so sure I'm the king, but I do enjoy it, Bombay.
By the way, Bombay, as I mentioned to you last time, you always have an open invite to the show. So whenever you want to come on, just give me a pling and I'll send you the link. So yeah, just the way it is, guys. I think we have covered enough about the Arsenal game. I'm a little conscious of time because Stu needs to go 11 o'clock sharp.
I do.
That's the curfew deadline. So I just want to go to one more thing when it comes to Amorim football, because I was thinking about calling this show Total Football with the picture of Amorim with Johan Cruyff, or I could have put in Rinus Michels or someone else, because what I saw last against Everton was our interchanging in position. We play with the false nine, double tens. We have fullbacks playing as wingers. Basically, we have center backs being playmakers, and they're interchanging position so much. When Xerxes drops either to the right or to the left, Rashford or Bruno pushed out, the wing backs, fullbacks pushed up. So we interchanged a lot of positions, and this is what I didn't expect from this Amorim side. It's really interesting, and we have had Ten Hag for 2 years, almost 3 years, and we were expecting total football. But now we have Amorim from Portugal coming in, and we actually are fluent in the way we are playing. So, Papi, what's your thought about this? Do you think it will be even better?
So, I mean, I don't want to be the one to be the party pooper, but there is an effect that happens when a new boss comes in. Everybody elevates that level. Everybody steps to a new part of themselves, and and that term has been popularly coined as new manager bounce. And with every marriage, every new relationship, there's the honeymoon period. There's the would you like the last sip? There's one more sip of juice left. Would you like the last? No, you have the last sip. We're still in that stage right now, and I don't want to play it down. Of course, it's beautiful to watch. Of course, it's great to enjoy. Scoring 4 goals in a Premier League match, and seeing players that some of them we've called deadwood and washed, and they're actually progressing to a new level. Then we're like, all of a sudden we're arguing about who needs to be in there. I'm here saying no, Anthony needs to be on the starting lineup because he's a new lease. Amorim has provided a new lease on life for a lot of these players, right? And I've seen even right now, as we're having these conversations, people that say, no, Rashford should be in there. Rashford should be in there. Even though people have called him washed, this season he has got more goals than Watkins, Solanke, Madueke, Isak, Son, Bowen, Trossard. The list goes on, and it is a honeymoon phase that we're still in. So it's best we talk about this with the knowledge that, how can we enjoy this honeymoon phase? Because I feel like the true test is once we reach that moment of turbulence, whether it's going to be versus Man City or maybe it's versus Arsenal. What happens after those games? It's when we really see the true reaction of the team and where we are. So, I don't want to just say it's not yet total football. It is fluid football. It's good football, but it's also honeymoon football.
Yes, but I know that you are trying to be cautious about this, and we have seen it before. We have seen the manager bounce, but for me, I'm surprised from a tactical point of view that we are interchanging positions that much. Because we saw this Porto team with Gyökeres on top. We didn't see him as the false nine dropping down and dropping really far down and flicking and interchanging positions. I think this Amorim guy is really impressing me tactically now. He has so many tricks in his repertoire, and I think he can actually do bits with these teams. Have you seen all this interchanging that I'm talking about? I'll show you quick, because yesterday this is the lineup, and when Xerxes dropped down, for example, Bruno moved out, and Rashford moved a little bit higher, and Dalot moved a little bit higher, and so it's almost like a dance. When someone moves, the other man understand and get out of his way. And I think this is from a tactical point of view. I think Amorim has told these players, we have to we understand. We have to look around. Where is the space? Where should I go? Always move. And I think it's great to see.
I by the way, in 1973, Neil, I was 3. So I went to my first game when I was 7, 1977, and that was Wolves away, Molineux. So that's always a special thing with the old Molineux. You're absolutely right, and I'm not going to be one of those. But I'm going to look back to 1974. I'm going to look at the Brazilian outfit of 74. 74. They played very similar ball. This is what I love about football. You can go back into your history. Look at the 60s, early 70s with Alan Ball when he wore his white football boots and stuff for that.
What team lost the World Cup final in 1974?
Yeah, Brazil lost that. Didn't they? No, Holland lost that year, didn't they?
Yeah.
Holland lost that. Yeah.
First real total football team.
Yeah, they lost that year. And the interesting,
interchanging position, fluent football.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about that is that, and I look, and I always say this a lot, everybody, and I'm like a broken record. I get that, but the way that the football was set itself up all those years ago to the way that it sets itself up today is not too dissimilar to the way that the goalkeeper would play it out from the back. Jarvis will remember this, aren't you, Pappy? They'd just roll it out and then they'd just knock it to a left back, or they'd knock it 20 yards into. So that hasn't changed. What Guardiola supposedly have done is nothing new. He's gone back in the history books. He's looked at the way that Cruyff played. Holland in 1978, one of the best teams never to win the World Cup.
Yeah,
because they came up against a sublime Argentine side. Mm-hmm. My first World Cup, Mario Kempes, the Azteca football, the tango football, the Argentina strip, and I was like, wow, I want to be like Mario Kempes, a very young Aussie Ardiles, things of that nature. But they were getting the ball, they were moving it. The way that, and then you look at the Brazil side of '82, Adair, Zico, Falcao, Socrates, moving through the middle of the park so much, out wide to Adair, and then Adair put a delicate little chip in against Scotland, and so this type of football has been around for decades, but there is an excitement as to where we are today. And it's a bigger excitement as to where we are today, because back then, guys, they were used to seeing that type of football. There was no real pragmatic approach. There was no real, we can't get beat 4-0. If you score 3, I'm scoring 4. I don't care what you say. And it reminds me so much back in when Keegan was, was managing Newcastle. You can score 3. We're scoring 4. I don't care. And then he has this meltdown because we that year had a very pragmatic approach to winning the title. And so this is going to surprise you guys. I agree with both of you. both points are absolutely on point. You're both on point. What Jarvis is saying is correct, but your skepticism is also correct. And it's right. And it's right to have that. And that's why I'm bubbling and fizzing. That's the reason I'm bubbling and fizzing. I didn't know why it was, and now I do. I hadn't worked out what was getting me so excited, because you guys know I've been around football for absolutely years, and I just don't get excited about it. But there's something has got me buzzing for Wednesday night, apart from the fact that there's something on it. But your viewpoints together is what football's all about. Yeah. That's everything you need to know about football there. Yeah. You know. And Pappy, you're not saying you haven't seen it. You are seeing it. Yeah. I'm just
cautiously optimistic.
Where Jarvis is like, fuck me, I've been crying out for this for fucking years. And now I'm like, that's football. Isn't it brilliant to love football like that? And I don't mean to be just...
Okay, so can we agree, Jarvis, that it's total honeymoon football? Can we put honeymoon in there? Oh.
Okay.
I wasn't being disrespectful by bringing up Brazil 74, Argentina 78. It's just the way that football has evolved. If you go back and look at it, you know, Manchester United won everything with a 4-4-2 virtually. No, you know, 4-4-2.
Matt House is in the house. Big up, Matt House. Sorry for interrupting you.
It's a swear word today, isn't it, Pappy? 4-4-2, swear word. 4-4-2. What are you? You know, it's a swear word today. But actually, 4-3-3, 3-4-3, 3-5-2. They're all the fucking same. You know, it's just how you go about navigating, circumventing the actual pitch, and that's why I can see why Jarvis is like lit up about it, because we are moving the ball around better. We're moving players around better. You know, the pitch appears bigger because we're making the pitch wider. We're stretching the pitch. My gaffer when I was 8, he would always tell our wingers, "Get chalk on your boots." It's such an old saying. You know, 70s and 80s, get chalk on your boots. Walk on there, run down that wall. Now, back in the 70s, we had Stevie Coppell that did that on the right wing, and Neil Driscoll will tell you this, and Gordon Hill on the left wing. They just up and down the wings, across the ball. Pearson might get on the end of one, or Joe Jordan might get on the end of one. You know, that's how football was. So thank you for that, guys, because I now understand why I'm feeling so. So while I'm buzzing, I got that fizz back.
Let's go.
Stu, talking about Mario Kempes. Because if you haven't seen him, this is the guy with this beautiful long black hair, wavy.
Look at that kit. Look at that kit.
That's Argentine kit.
Iconic.
And do you know? Do you remember the final? There's ticker tape everywhere on the pitch.
Yes.
They were tearing up tape and chucking it on the pitch. Have you got a picture of the Tango?
About corruption in that World Cup.
Oh, massive. Have you got a picture of the Adidas Tango football you can put up, Pappy? I'm sure you know what it looks like, Pappy, but if you don't, feast your eyes on this baby. The best football ever, in my opinion, the greatest football ever.
I just want to show you this. This is the Dutch team in 1974, the first total football, and look how they press. It's like going insane. Everybody.
Do they have positions? What is that? What?
It's underrated football.
It's total pressing.
Yeah,
it's insane. If you look back, go back, you find YouTube clips on the 1974 and 1978 Dutch team, how they press.
It's absolutely insane.
It's insane. But that's
one long pass, you
and have that offside trap. Everybody just right out. You know, it was different times. But
find a picture of the Tango if you can. Show Pappy. I'm sure he's seen it. He'll know it. It's the greatest football ever. The Adidas Tango football from 1978. Oh, it's the best football ever. It's like, oh, and of course. They had their black football boots, you know, Adidas or Puma, you know, all black.
Wow. That's
Patrick were big in the day, Pappy. Patrick football boots.
Did you say the Adidas Tango?
Yeah,
I thought you said Tango. Now I'm searching for Adidas Tanga.
Tango football.
Yeah, I gotta learn about this one because I'm a this is 70s cup of tea. I'm an 80s baby, so
Yeah, you're a tiddler.
yeah, I was still they were thinking about me here about making
Yeah,
during this time.
yeah, you're a tiddler. Yeah. They were thinking about you, but you weren't quite there.
I was not quite in the picture yet.
Yeah, you were. Have you found it, dude?
Yeah. It's here. Oh, I have to
Oh, what a ball, Pappy! You're gonna look at that
There it is.
beauty.
Adidas Tango.
My favorite football ever.
Okay.
Beautiful, and they had a couple of incarnations of it. I think the Adidas Azteca, that was Mexico '86. A couple of those, but I love that ball. That was just That's anyway. That's a bit of my childhood for you there.
But by the way, I thought you said Adidas Tanga.
That is
What I
also
got.
Steve's cup of tea right there.
Do you know something?
Why would you
Do
talk
you know
about
something?
Adidas Tanga?
Trevor Wade just texted me. He said, "Stu, you know those pants I was telling you about? Could you put them on screen? There they are, Trev, just for you. The old shreddies. The old shreddies. Oh, well done, Jarvis, lads. Well done, fam.
And what's funny about that picture is one of you is wearing red, the other one is wearing blue.
Blue. Yes,
Bring
that's
it back, guys. Bring it back.
hey, the old shreddies.
But do you guys remember what's the name of that ball that they used in South Africa in the World Cup?
The Jubilani. That was called the Jubilani. That was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a perfect square, and
Sphere,
they
perfect
don't make
sphere.
them like that anymore.
They're going to
Because-
try and redo it. They're going to try and
No,
redo it.
They have FIFA and the UEFA have stopped it because they were unable to control for the players.
It was a brilliant ball.
Yeah.
The Jubilani.
I thought they
Yeah,
had
the Jubilani,
Roberto Carlos was the one testing them with his free kick, and I thought that they liked that, but so FIFA has discontinued the Jabulani ball.
Yeah. It was 2 round. It was 2 round.
Which ball did, because I don't know this, so maybe you could search that, Pappy. Which ball did Roberto Carlos actually use in Le Tournois? Was it Le Tournois? No. Anyway, that magical free kick, which ball was it? Because I can't remember.
So
The Jubilani, you're absolutely right.
World Cup 1997.
97, yes.
Yeah, because it was before the France World Cup 98. So if I remember
Yeah, so
correctly.
was it Le Tournois then or something?
Let's see. Let's find out the names.
You're right about the Jubilani. It was a completely, it was, as yes, for me, Stuart talking ball. The Vuvuzela, God. Trev used to do that. Trev actually does that in his swim shorts, don't you, Trev?
But guys, 30 minutes left or 32 minutes left. I just want to say before we go to the Q&A, I just want to use 4 minutes for this segment. And before we go, it's not a devil's advocate, but I just want to play the devil's advocate jingle because I love the jingle. Let's just go for the devil's advocate jingle. Where can I find it? There it is. Yes, devil's advocate, but it's not devil's advocate because I just want to give you some and the chat. I want to interact with the chat actually because the question is: let's say we have had Amorim as the manager under Ferguson. If you had to pick a Amorim 11 of Ferguson players or Premier League era players, who would you pick? Let's just do this together and with the chat. You can come with suggestions and we just go through it and start with you. Let's just use this because let's say Amorim in with Dennis Irwin.
Yeah,
David.
really great one. Schmeichel for me between the posts.
Of course.
Do you think Schmeichel will be the guy?
Yeah,
under
for me.
Amorim?
Has to
Yeah,
be.
for me.
I would actually say Fabian Barthez is the most it's the best.
Oh
goalkeeper.
yeah, but he's also shite.
Well,
And erratic. But he's
Yeah,
the
erratic.
closest to Onana. Okay, yeah, I see playing out from the back, Fabian. But
So are we talking closest?
no. What do you think Amorim would have picked or liked or
Schmeichel.
would have
Schmeichel
fitted
all
best
day long.
into this setup?
Schmeichel.
Barthez would
Schmeichel.
be on the bench, but Schmeichel would be on the post.
Yeah.
I see Trevor Wade comes in and say Van der Sar as keeper with good feet. Yeah, he had good feet, Van der Sar. That's good. Yeah. So you want to go with Schmeichel?
I would. All day
Okay.
long.
I agree with Schmeichel. I'll say central striker, a central defender would be Rio.
How do you write it? Yeah,
That's
like
it.
that.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
close enough. I think it's Michael. So let's go for right
No,
center back.
right.
Well, I know the 3-yard pick.
Okay. Yeah, let's
Rio-
go for all three.
I would go Rio centered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vidic on the left, centre back.
And then I would go with the one and only Steve Bruce.
Ooh.
That would be a brilliant
On left center back.
left centre back. Yeah, it'd be absolutely superb. That would be for me. But I know a lot of people would love Stam, Pallister in there. You know, we've had some really, really top draw centre halves playing for our club.
1C. Yeah.
But for me, I would go with Bruce. But I'm, you know, that's
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
good old Ronnie Johnson.
Well, if it was up to me, I would actually go for. I think I would have picked Henning Berg as right centre back because of his fantastic
No.
passing ability.
No, I like-
and
no,
he used
I
to
like
play
Henning
right
Berg.
back under Blackburn and centre back.
It
So
is.
Henning Berg for me as right centre back. I would prefer pace in the central, so I would actually go for Ronnie Johnson, not because
Right.
I'm Norwegian, because
Wow.
just because of his pace.
Yeah, no, Pete's gone with Arthur Albiston, right or left back, because he was a left back.
Well, it's Premier League era. Let's go for Premier League era.
Very quick story about Arthur Albiston. He used to be sponsored by Puma, and he was the first player to have a orange sole on his pegs. The Puma, I think they were Step Star, if my memory serves me correctly. Orange or red sole, Puma Step Star. Don't know why I said that, but there you go.
Yeah.
So
Stop.
perhaps we should have
So
a
not
centre half each.
This.
Perhaps we should have a centre half each. So mine would be my centre half. If we have one each, mine would be Steve Bruce, because I loved him. He's brilliant.
Stevie Bruce.
I already
Yeah.
went with Rio Ferdinand through and through. He's the central organizer with it.
Yale Malmin comes in and actually mentioned Gary Neville. Gary Neville, he actually could be a good right centre back. I think that's almost his role. So who else do we have there? Alien Tenno said Pallister and Steve Bruce. Never
No
played
play for England, correct?
It's incredible. It's incredible. Yeah. So who did you pick? You picked
I will go with Steve Bruce.
yes and Rio. So it's up to me with right. So I will put. It's between.
Neville.
He's
So many.
a good
Because-
one, but not for me, Neville. Not for me.
Stop.
Oh, Buckingham McQueen.
Oh,
Another quick story.
Henning, just because of his passing abilities.
Yeah. Another quick story for you, Pete, about Martin Buchan. Was a Puma rep when he stopped playing football.
Oh.
Just a quick story for you. Martin Buchan, brilliant bloke, brilliant defender, brilliant bloke.
Okay. All right.
Quick story. I
Sorry, I've got too many quick stories, haven't I? Sorry, I should stop.
story comes in and say Johnson, Rio, and Stam.
Yeah.
So
Why not?
yeah, okay. Let's go to the midfield. So let's do the wing backs first, right and left.
Oh my God.
Dennis Irwin, either side, doesn't matter.
It's tough.
For me, I think I would go. I would go with David Beckham on the right wing back, just because of his passing abilities.
Yeah. Right. Left wing back feels like Giggs for me.
Okay.
Giggs on left wing back. Right wing back. Yeah, Beckham is a good shout, but also, this is tough, because I was thinking about where would Evra play? Would Evra feature in this team? And Evra, was kind of also.
Evra, he would be. That's
the energy that Evra has.
it's a difficult one. Yeah. Antonio Valencia has to be right wing back. Kudos comes in. Yeah,
That's
it's a good.
very
That's a
good
good.
shout.
That's a
Very
All
good.
right. Kudus. Yeah. Oh, this is tough.
Evra and Valencia, he comes in and say.
I mean, Dennis Irwin has to be in. I mean, he just has to be.
Stephanie comes in. If you leave Dennis Irwin out,
She's right. She's absolutely
I
right.
agree. Dennis
Are you
Irwin.
gonna leave
Absolutely right.
Giggs though? You're gonna leave Giggs?
No, but Pappy, look at where Mount is. That's where the Giggsmeister would play.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. We're
Well,
gonna
the
have a
Giggs still
tough
would
time
play.
up there. We're gonna have a tough time, Stu. I can tell you that. But all right. Fine. Dennis Irwin, okay. But come on, Valencia
It's a great shout.
and I mean Evra is just so solid.
Everett, great shout.
Like Evra wouldn't have to adjust, you just slot in to Ruben's style.
To be fair, though, Pappy, so with Dennis, wouldn't he?
That's true.
He would.
Okay, Poppy, you do the choosing. I see
All right.
story compliment with Beckham
All right.
Irvin. That's his choice. That's also my preferred.
All right.
Neil
majority.
Driscoll comes in.
Let's go
Gary
Dennis.
Neville.
Dennis Irwin.
You do the choosing, Pappy.
Let's go with Dennis Irwin, but Evra is on the bench.
Everett benched. Well,
Yeah, but who's on the right? On the right side, right?
On the right, for me, I haven't seen crossing and long range passing like David Beckham. Like this system, like wants somebody who can ping a cross, send an email of a cross, no CCing anybody, no BCC, just direct email. So David Beckham on the right wing back.
Okay.
Can I just offer something?
Yes.
And it's just a momentary note of caution. I really agree with Beckham at right wing back, and I 100% agree with passing and crossing ability. Where are you going to put Scholes?
Oh boy, somewhere in that.
So my point would be, Pappy, and hear me out, guys.
But we don't have to pick big goals. This is the Amorim.
We don't have to pick
Premier League.
You can hear yourself.
We have to.
Well, it's Scholes and another. Would that allow a Valencia type player as wing back, Pappy? Because you got the passing ability of Scholar. That was my question. Even Jarvis is thinking about that one.
Yeah, it's super difficult.
It was just a question, Pappy. I don't mean to second guess yourself.
Okay, but the pivot. Kudos comes in and say Scholes and Carrick in the pivot.
What
about Roy Keane? Kudos?
What about Robert?
Stephanie comes in and say Robson and Keno.
It's Robson and Scholes for me, Steph. Robson and Scholar.
Yeah, it's Robson and Scholes.
Jarle comes in, Scholes and Keane.
Actually, I'm with Scholes and Keane. This is tough.
No, that's good.
Because you need mobility, you need passing range, you need grit and fight in the middle, and that pair actually has. Scholes will give you the passing, Keane will give you the grit, and they can come on. Yeah, no.
I'll tell you something though, Pappy. Robbo wasn't a bad passer.
True.
And I'm with Neil Driscoll on this. If we don't have Beckham on the right, Neville gets in for me. Yeah, that's if we don't have Beckham on the right. I'm just saying.
All right,
Pappy's
you
choice.
talk about like right centre back and Beckham because they played well together.
Well, no, you've picked Annenberg.
Neville and Beckham.
Yeah, but you picked Annenberg.
Yeah, well, I'm open for suggestions. You know, it's just...
Man,
Get Jember in. Cleberson, put Cleberson in. Why don't you?
and Quinton Fortune while we at it.
John Goodman. What a right back, John
I'll just
Goodman.
put this one in here.
Roy, not Ray.
Not Ray.
Ray Keane. Roy.
That's
okay.
a tough one. That's a tough one to swallow, that, because I know 7's got to be Scholes.
He will be the number 6, so we need the number 8.
Yeah,
I'd have liked Robson and Scholes personally, but I'll go with Keane and Scholes. I've got no issue with that.
yeah.
So what is the VAR room say? Scholes. Alien Tenno said Scholes is the best Premier League player ever. Yeah.
Thank you,
I'd agree
Alien
with that.
Tenno. Thank you.
I'd agree with that. Yes.
Put Scholes in this team. We can't go without him. But the number 10s.
All right, let's talk now. So, number 10.
I've got my 3.
Oh, okay. You want to
So Jarvis, start with your 3.
start with your 3, Jarvis?
Give us
I
your 3.
want to save the last one for the striker. Let's go for the number 10s first. 2 number 10s. For me, Cantona has to be in it.
Yes, I've gone with Cantona and Giggs.
Rooney has to be in there.
I knew you were going to go
with one winger and one number 10 in this system. So we need actually a winger.
We cannot leave out
Ronaldo, Giggs.
Oh, come on. Cristiano Ronaldo has to be in there. I'm sorry, Cantona, but Cristiano Ronaldo has to be in there. Wayne Rooney has to be in there.
Kudos, Rooney and Cantona as 10s. Story comes in, Cantona and Giggs. Alien Tenno.
I'm Cantona Giggs. Yeah, I'm Cantona Giggs. I get Cantona Rooney. I've got no issue with that, but I'm Cantona Giggs. That would be my choice.
No, Rooney has to be in there.
Yeah, I've got no issue with that. I don't. But I'm thinking for balance, Pappy.
Okay.
I'm just thinking balance. I think Giggs, but I've got no issue with Rooney. By the way, I just want to.
Roddy comes in. Cristiano, Tevez, Rooney.
There's no Ruud van Nistelrooy.
No, Ruud's in number 9.
Thank you.
Ruud's at 9. The end for me.
Jarvis
knows it wouldn't be anyone else, would it, Jarvis?
So who are we going for? Giggs?
Yeah.
Well, Pappy, who do you think, Pappy?
Rooney, bro. Rooney. Jarvis. It has to be Rooney.
See what the VAR room say about that one. Put 3 in. See what the VAR room put in. So my front 3 was Cantona, Giggs, and Ruud. RVM.
So there's no Andy Cole at all?
No, and I've met and I've interviewed Coley on many occasions. He's a great guy, but I just think Ruud was a
blasphemy.
Well, I don't want to say a better all-round striker because I think Cole was the best exponent of back-to-goal finishing you'll ever see.
But thinking in Amorim's shoes, what would you prefer to play the Amorim system?
All right, that's true.
Perfectly as the Jokenes type of striker in a way.
Ruud, all day long.
So Amorim, I think, would prefer Rooney, Cantona, and Ruud van Nistelrooy up front.
I think he'd prefer Giggs, Cantona, Ruud.
Funny, you're not mentioning Ronaldo. What about you, Jarvis?
Yeah, I would go with Cantona and Ronaldo.
What would Ruben go with? Because this is why it's been so
because
tough.
I think Ronaldo would be the Ronaldo equivalent in this system, the guy who runs into channels.
You got to send that to the VAR room because we've got 2, haven't we? You got to send it to the VAR room.
Yeah.
Where's Martial? No Martial?
Jarvis, get him gone.
And no one has mentioned Ruben van Persie.
Robin.
Into all this.
No, he wouldn't get. He wouldn't get in. He wouldn't get in.
And Tevez.
Uh-oh.
And where's
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, Kudus has come up with something.
What is this? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Ronaldo left wing back? Well, can he defend?
Can
That-
he? He's got
That's a-
energy, but can he defend though? I
That's
doubt
a
it.
brave choice.
So
Are we talking? This is post Sporting Ronaldo, before Real Madrid Ronaldo, right?
yeah,
Okay.
when he played for Man United.
Yeah. So he's gonna the dribble merchant.
I think we need to go for something like this.
He needs to be closer to the box.
We will think of it. We will think of it. And let's just go to the
Pappy,
strike.
Pappy, you can tell we're on Jarvis corner, can't you?
Yeah.
He's overruled us. He's put
Okay, we are on Jarvis's corner, so we will go with Ronaldo and Cantona. If the VAR room.
Get him out. Do it. Take it over, Jarvis.
Get him gone.
You can't
Get
put
him
me in the
out.
sin bin. It's my show.
Sorry, is anyone seen Jarvis? Where's he gone?
We lost connection with Jarvis.
It's on. It's on Jarvis corner anymore.
Right. Doing
I'm back. I'm back.
He's back. It's have a happy Christmas to everybody.
Right.
That's what they're doing. So I'm going for. It's got to be Rude for me as a 9.
Okay.
I would always say Rude anyway. I'd be
Rude,
unequivocal with Rude.
Okay.
So who's taking the set pieces?
Well, that's why Giggs should be in there.
We have
Well,
Beckham.
we got Beckham.
Oh, no,
we
we
got
got
Beckham.
Beckham.
We got
And
Beckham.
Dennis Irwin. He's fantastic on
And
free
Dennis
kick.
Irwin, superb. Yeah, superb set piece.
Who's taking the penalty?
Irwin. And
Ronaldo.
Rude. And Ronaldo.
And
And
Rude.
Cantona. All of those brilliant.
Oh, this team would cook, you know.
Do you know what's best about it? Nobody, even in the VAR room, none of us have. We've had to debate it, which is brilliant.
Rooney.
I'm not-
Rooney. Kudus would like Rooney as striker. So who do you have? We have Rooney, we have Ruud, and who
There's
else?
only Ruud.
As strikers.
There's only Rude.
Andy Cole.
Andy Cole. Come on, guys. Andy Cole.
Ollie Solskjaer, but there's only Rude, really.
Yeah, Ollie can be on the bench. Andy Cole is the
What?
other one.
When it comes to an Amorim team, I think Rooney has the physicality of Jokenes, but
He's not tall, though. He's not good in the air. Van
Ruud has the poacher's instinct as Jokenes has.
And he was
Always
good in
in
the
the
air.
box.
He was good
And
in
we
the air.
know we are looking for a striker who's good in the box. Always knows how to find the right space in the box.
Even Trev. The Wade himself has got it right. Well done, Trev.
Well done, Trev. So yes, no, Sir Bobby Charlton, no,
No, it's
Boss
Premier League
best.
era.
Okay, this is Premier League era. Okay.
Igalo. Odin Igalo. Yeah, give her a horn, Pappy. Give her a horn.
this is brilliant.
That's quality.
Okay, I think we have the Ruben Amorim Premier League team, all what do you call it? All-time Premier League team. I think we have set. We have to do the Q&A. We have 15 minutes
we
left.
forgot Chicharito. We forgot. Okay, all right.
I know.
But guys, in the VAR room, get your team in after the show in the non-live comments.
Yes,
I would
please.
love to see what you have suggesting as the Ruben Amorim all-time Premier League Man United 11
Premier League. Yeah.
Premier League, and
Right.
and we will
I've got a few
talk
minutes.
about this next time also, because this is an interesting subject and I need more
Yes.
time to think of it.
Pappy, I've got to go at 11, so I've got about 5 minutes. So do you mind hosting the Q&A, old friend?
All right. We'll make it quick. All
Yeah,
right.
we don't have many questions, so yeah.
It's Pappy's fault, isn't it, Jarvis?
All right. Anybody wants to put down questions, make sure you put a Q at the beginning and type
Let's
it
get
out.
him in the chair. Let's get him in the chair.
Here we go.
Sorry, Jarvis. God,
Jarvis, do we
sorry.
have a music for this or no? No jingle?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, we've got a jingle. Yeah,
We know
we've got a
Jarvis
jingle.
likes his jingles.
We like the jingle.
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All right. Welcome
All right.
to the Q&A section of Jarvis's Corner. The first question we got, oh my goodness, Yale sneaking in a question. I wasn't trying to read your question. Yale says, hey, okay.
Oh, no, he was just saying he's taking us all to court, no gigs.
Take these guys. I wanted to squeeze gigs in there. All right.
Let's just say it's a work in progress. We will come back to this next Jarvis's Corner. And guys and girls who are watching, think of your best team and we will work on it.
And the reasons why they were in an Amorim system. So, all right. First question from Trevor. Who fits better in an Amorim system, Højlund or Xerxes? It goes to you, Jarvis.
Yeah, for me, it's easy. It's Højlund without a doubt. He's the most likely to do the same as Jokenes. But I don't know. As I said, we've seen some tactical brilliance from Amorim, and he can adapt to what he's got. So, yeah.
Curveball here for you, Jarvis.
Yeah.
Stu, what is your answer? And then I want to say something about that really quickly.
I actually think it's Højlund now, but I actually think it'll be Xerxes in the future. I think Xerxes is a more all-round player. And Jarvis knows I like Højlund. I like what he stands for. But I think it's Højlund now, Xerxes in the future.
That speaks a little bit to my theory that I believe whenever Xerxes plays, the team will score more goals. But when Højlund plays, the team will score some goals, but not as much as when Xerxes plays. And that's just a testament to how they all fit into the puzzle. Because at the end of the day, these players are all pieces of puzzles and they bring out certain aspects of each other. And that's just my theory. Second question that goes to Stu is from Nas M87. If you could pick one, Stu, would you rather beat Arsenal on Wednesday or beat them in the FA Cup?
Oh, well, that's tough. I love the FA Cup. I absolutely adore the FA Cup. I'm going to go FA Cup. I love the FA Cup. I'm going to go FA Cup. I don't think if we beat them Wednesday, it obviously elevates us to top 4 contention, but it doesn't elevate us further than that. FA Cup, we beat them in the FA Cup. It's one less scalp to get to defending the FA Cup. So it's FA Cup for me. Great question, though, that is. That is a great question.
Thanks,
I love that question.
Really, really strong question there, and great answer too from Stu. Hope you're satisfied, Naz. This one is for me from Kev. Do you think he will not start Garnacho though? That's a very, very good question. And when you look at the lineup versus Bodo Glimt, wait, our last game was Everton, right?
Yeah.
Garnacho, did he start?
No.
I think Garnacho could start for pace because at the end of the day, he might start in that left-sided number 10 position, just like he did in Amorim's first game. So, yeah, because pace is a big way to...
But guys, do you think Amorim actually is doing what the same as Ferguson did, keeping the players on their toes? When they have a good performance, put them on the bench. Let them cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
And then go again. As with Højlund.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think Amorim sees Garnacho as a 25-minute cameo just at this time.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does. Because for me, I think he has Ahmad, Garnacho, I like, and what's his name? I'm blanking out on his name, but Ahmad and Garnacho are the two projects that I think Amorim is working on right now.
Ahmad.
Yeah, to to develop. So.
Name.
So and well, let's say the Rashford at center forward is also like the other thing that he's been trying to figure out, And Rashford has scored more goals,
Yes.
3 goals in 2 starts for Amorim. So like the project Rashford is going well. So it's going to be interesting. It's a very, very, very curious thing what he's going to do. But I strongly believe that Garnacho stands good chances of starting versus Arsenal. Anyway, next question, it goes to Stu from Travis. If we are beaten at Arsenal on Wednesday, are we going to sulk and go off on the players again after saying I think we have so many options coming into the actual game and it's all positive? What do you think, Stu?
No, I don't. I think everybody's going to be quite happy come what may on Wednesday evening, whether we win the game, draw the game, or lose the game. I actually think we'll win the game 3-2. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, and I think we've got a chance because I think Arsenal are going to play with a tiny bit of fear. They shouldn't, but I think they'll end up playing with a tiny bit of fear. If we were to go one up, then we win the game. If we go one down, we still win the game, but it'll be a lot harder for us. So no, for me, I'm one for going off on the players. You know that. It's always the players that are at fault, never the gaffer, because that's how I always look at it. But no, on this occasion, no, I think people will stay behind Amorim and the players this time.
Yeah.
I just want to bring this up from Talking Pets. He comes in and say, new subscriber here, the guy in red. That's used to. You know what he's talking about. Neil, is it? No, it's not Neil. It's Stu.
It's Stu.
Thank you very much, Talking Pets. Well, very much appreciate that.
And thank you for subscribing.
Thanks for subscribing. Come every Monday. We love to have you here.
Yeah.
It's a Trevor Wade question next. It's a perler as well.
Trevor waits for Jarvis.
It's a perler.
Before I answer, I just want to say, Peter, check your WhatsApp. Okay.
What would the panel buy each other as a secret Santa gift if the budget was £20? I'll stop right there.
Stu would buy Pappy a bunch of broccoli.
Yeah, what would you buy?
I think I would go online, Temu or something like that, and search for a mankini.
That's my answer.
So I would buy Jarvis a new set of party whistles. Yes. And I would buy Pappy a pair of these because I think you'd look rather cool in. I think you look rather cool in these, so I'll get you a pair of these, Pappy.
Ooh, I'd take that.
Yes, that's what I would do.
And then you'd rap and see my mankini and think I
would. I'd end up with 2 mankinis, wouldn't I? 2 mankinis.
And I don't know, Jarvis. I'd buy him a new watch so that the streams start on time.
Hey!
I mean, he's usually like 2 minutes late, which is actually very impressive. So, like,
brilliant.
Yeah. I'm more late than you.
I have a life. That's my problem. I'm always effing busy. That's my.
You're too popular, Jarvis. You're too popular.
It must be hard. The next question is for me, is Puppy from Alien Tennis says, will broccoli become an event?
Yes. It's already an event.
It is.
Made me think I would buy Poppy one of those blenders so he could just mix his dinner before the show and he could just sit there and drink it.
And just sip it.
Yes.
Yeah, and then fit unusual sizes of broccoli in my mouth. I'm glad nobody clipped that. So,
That was brilliant. That was. Brilliant.
All right. This next question is a very good question from easily the I think one of the people who have had amazing remarks and comments throughout today's show. Kudus says, start with you, Stu, and then we'll go around. What are you most impressed about by Amorim? His tactics, his demeanor, player understanding, or fearlessness, or what?
That's a brilliant question.
Yeah.
So for me, it's his demeanor and his fearlessness and understanding. Tactics, in football, you can have some brilliant tacticians, but if they don't understand the players, they don't have a demeanor that allows you to absorb what he's trying to get across. And he's not afraid. I'm not talking about being ruthless, but I suppose I am. He's not afraid to make a statement. Then those are the recipe. That's the ingredients for the recipe. For a really good managerial recipe. I've always said that managing a football team isn't difficult from a tactical side. It's getting the players to believe in you, and that's what winds me up the most about footballers. Is they think they know everything. Well, actually, they don't. And I always use a very, very simple analogy. You could be a copper, pull somebody over, and they'll start spouting the law at you. You can't do this, Section 38. But they couldn't argue it in court because they wouldn't know what they're talking about. All they've done is learn words on a piece of paper. They don't actually understand the meaning and the depth of those words. And that's what you get with footballers. They don't understand the meaning and the depth of what people are trying to explain sometimes. And that's what I think about Amorim. It's a brilliant question, Kudus, and I hope I've put across what I was trying to say.
What about you, Jarvis?
Yeah, I think Stu is right on point. As I mentioned before, and people gave me a little bit of a stick for it. I said there's a lot of similarities with Ten Hag and Amorim's tactics. It's about playing out from the back, keeping possession, shifting play, switching to one side to the other, isolating, creating overloads, all of this stuff. But it's about, as Stu mentioned, it's about getting the players to believe. And I think you just got to dumb it down to a level where they understand. And actually, I read that Amorim has to walk through it, and he can't show it on films to the players. He's aware that they don't have any expansion rate. Their expansion rate is 12 minutes. And then he has to walk it through with every player, the position, what to do. And I would call it to dumb it down, but he does what it takes. And that's why I think Amorim is a great manager. And I agree with Stu's answer. Yeah.
Spot on there, Jarvis. It's not just always about the message; it's who you're delivering the message to and knowing how to deliver.
Pete is coming in as Stu's substitute for the Q&A session.
So I'll be disappearing now, guys. Thank you ever so much.
Last one, Stu. As soon as you come in, you fuck it off. Okay, no problem.
I said to Jarvis, I put it in the chat.
I didn't scare it. I blame Pappy for the broccoli. It's all about the cheesy broccoli.
Yeah, I've got to catch an early flight tomorrow, guys. So it's an early one for me. But great to see you, Pete. You're looking well. Jarvis.
And you, Stu. All right. As Phil Collins says, hello, I must be going.
Yes, that is the one. Enjoy the rest of the show, lads.
I want to say thank you for coming on. As always, you are fantastic. People love you in the chat, and it's a pleasure having you on. So see you next Monday.
I'll be wearing a Christmas jumper maybe next Monday or the Monday after. I don't know. And then obviously Christmas Eve-ish, the old Mankini will come out just for Trev. All the best.
All right, take
care.
Nice one, Stu.
Bye, boys. Bye, boys.
All right. Stu takes a long time to walk off the pitch. He's like, it's a substitution, Stu, and he's just like,
you know what, Pappy Jarvis? Stu doesn't have to talk a lot, doesn't he?
Right? He does. He's applauding all the fans. Like,
you can't get a word in with him, can you?
Referee comes like this.
Get on the pitch.
No, we don't have to call him Pappy.
Yes.
Stu Marin, not Amorim. Stu Marin.
I like it. We have this brilliant question from Kudus, by the way. What are you most impressed about by Amorim? Is it his tactics, demeanor, understanding of players, or fearlessness, or anything in that?
Yeah, I don't know, but you know what, guys? At the game, obviously, I was at the game, Everton game.
Yeah.
I'll just say this. It was one of the games where collectively Man United fans in the stadium were actually so much united, if you pardon the pun. It was just fantastic. The feeling was just like, shit, maybe we have literally got a good manager here. You understand me? And I'm not getting gassed about Everton, because Everton, for the first 20 minutes-ish, were giving it us. I said to Jarvis on a previous stream, not directly, but I was typing it in the chat. I said, Amorim's tactics are susceptible to a 4-4-2, and they was.
Yeah.
If you get a rigid 4-4-2 team that play together, Amorim will get found out against a team like that. Luckily for us, not many teams play 4-4-2 anymore. But Everton play 4-4-2 for most of that game, and they were cutting through us. Jarvis texted me in-game while I was at Old Trafford and said, Casemiro mainly were playing too deep, and they was, which was giving Everton the chance to come to us, come forward to us, and take the game to us. He tweaked it on the fly. Right, we played 3-5-2, 3-4-3, 3-4-2-1 on the fly. I could see it visibly. But I showed Jarvis where I was sitting there.
Information Yeah.
We played it on the fly. The thing is, we was adapting on the fly. Not, wait till you get into the changing room. We talk about tactics. Amorim was visibly saying to the players, you need to go here, you need to go there, you need to change. You need to adapt now, quickly. Not want to get you in the changing rooms. You need to do this now. And the players were adapting to him. This is the first game in my life, guys, I have ever seen Luke Shaw and Diogo Dalot both on the left-hand side in our team. Luke Shaw was left back and Diogo Dalot was left wing back. I was like, that is crazy. I've never, ever seen that.
It's
never seen it.
Tactical imagination that he seems to have. For me, I want to say this to finish up Trevor's question, is that for me, yes, tactics, they look like so far, they look like that's very elite tactics, but there's something about this guy's demeanor that speaks to me, and it's his humility.
I mean,
his honesty, Peter, that you have to admire, like the humility for somebody to be like, oh, we love the work that you're doing on Ahmad. What is it? What's the secret? And he says, no, it's Ruud van Nistelrooy's work. I'm just like, that respect. No, the fact that he said that in a post-match press conference, it shows that he'll tell you the thing, what it is, because of what it is and how it is, and in an honest way. He's transparent, and
I mean,
great.
Look, Papa Jarvis, look, I sit there as a Man United fan at the games.
Rude.
Yeah, I see everything. My eyes see everything. How Eric Ten Hag could not play Ahmad was criminal. Seriously, that told me in my mind back last season, him not playing him was told him, this manager is tactically inept. He is tactically inept. This is the one thing you need to understand in life. Whether you have your game plan and it works for you, and you go to a different system area, like he came from Ajax to Man United. You have to mentally adapt to things. This guy could not adapt to what was going on. He just literally froze. He had a brain freeze.
Alien. We got to be clear, because a lot of managers has set preferences of how they want to play and how they can play them. You know, Chelsea, they sold Kevin De Bruyne, they sold Mo Salah.
Well, yeah.
And you know, a lot of teams have good players on the bench, never use them because they don't suit the manager's vision in a way and how he wants to play. And you know, you can say it's criminal of Chelsea selling Kevin De Bruyne and Mo Salah, but
well,
it's football, and they won the league the year after.
Jarvis, yeah. I'll retort on that comment,
and
if you let me say.
People wanting to...
I'll retort on that comment. When Chelsea sold Kevin De Bruyne, look at the squad they had.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at the squad they had. Yeah, I'm talking about Man United, the squad we had, and he's not playing Ahmad.
Well,
Ahmad's playing, and he's showing Eric Ten Hag up.
Putting things in
he's showing him up.
It's easy to say now that why didn't he play him? But you know, it's football. It's just how it is. And also, I think as a perspective of young guys coming up into the squad, the manager sees them as youngsters coming up and inexperienced and stuff like that. When a new manager comes in, they see the player in a different point of view. And you see a lot of youngsters leave and go to another club and succeed, like Angel Gomez, for example. And you know, it's difficult because we talk about
it's a fun fact, Jarvis. Yeah,
it's actually working.
It's a fun fact. Ruben Amorim has used more players in his first 3 games than what Eric Ten Hag has used in his first 20 games.
Yeah,
there's a fun fact for you right there. There's a fun fact for you right there. So this guy is giving these players, he's looking at the players, he's saying, here's your chance. This is what I want to do. This is what I want you to do as a player. I will give you a chance. Can you perform to the levels I want you to perform? And if you can't do it, you're gone. That's it. Wow. Fun fact, go check it. Ruben Amorim in his first 3 games has used more players than Eric Ten Hag in 20 games. Sweet Jesus, man, you know what I mean? Talk about a manager giving players a chance.
Oh, my God!
When it comes to this Ten Hag, we're done with it. He's not with us anymore. So I'm just going to say, when it comes to Ten Hag, it's very easy sitting here and being very critical. But when I say this about,
don't forget, he won 2 trophies.
Brian, I pick up and Angel Gomez and stuff like that. What I mean is, it's how football is sometimes. Some players work under one manager, not under the other manager.
I mean, look, Jarvis, happy, yeah. Look, listen, it's easy for us to criticise because we're fans. We're sitting on our fat fannies wherever we live in the world, criticising shit going on. We're not in the hot seat. Eric Ten Hag was in the hot seat. He has to make decisions that, you know, he wants Man United to get to the top levels. Also, he knows he has to win games because winning games pleases the crowd. And if you lose, you're going to get shot down. Yeah. Sometimes in life, this is what I've known. When I was a chef, sometimes in life, you have to take risks and go. Maybe the easy option is not the best option. True. Take the risk, play the boy, and let's see how it rolls.
Yeah.
This was the fundamental problem of Eric Ten Hag. He played a constant 14 players, taught 14 players in all competitions and run them into the ground. The guy did not take the risk. He didn't.
No. Yeah.
That was his downfall.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep the show moving. I want us to get through these questions.
We'll go to the questions. Yeah. So, the Q&A.
Q&A. Joe Isaac.
Anyway, Papi Jarvis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, Real Madrid are looking at buying Dalot. Would you sell him?
We come to that. We're just going to finish the Q&A. There's a good question, Peter.
I've missed it.
Yeah, we have a lot of questions. The VAR room are waiting eagerly to get answers. So let's just do 5 more minutes of the Q&A. We talk football afterwards.
All right. Here
Never
we go.
just ask whether I'm gay. No, I'm fucking not. And if I was, I'd bum your ass anyway.
Matter of fact, Peter, this question is for you. It's from Joe Isaacs. And the question is, what should be the best setup on the left from back to front? So, who's our...
Why is everyone taking the piss out of me fucking warm? Snoggy rub. What was your priest to death for what?
Oh, Peter, now talk about who's your left wing back, who's your left-sided number 10, who is your left center back. Start from the back.
What, in the current team?
In the current team.
Well, you know what, guys, right? Papi Jarvis, yeah. I can't believe, I seriously cannot believe Bayern Munich sold Mazarawi for £13 million.
I know.
Fucking hell. But you know what? Give me a smoke and I want some of that shit. The guy is our fucking player of the season, man. Seriously, he is. He's our player of the season.
Matter of fact, the Africans are performing well. But anyway, it's like who is your left wing back, Peter?
My left wing back. You know what? Right. I've said it on my own channel. Alien Teno. Yeah. Plug it. You know?
Hey, Alien, subscribe to Alien Teno, by the way.
Subscribe to me and you will be proud for free.
Okay, all right.
No, seriously, my left wing back, right? This is what I said on my channel. Yeah, there's 2 ways Amorim can play the game for Man United. Yeah, now you think about this logically. If he plays a 3-5-2 formation or 3-5-1, you know, whatever.
Where's the other?
Start the game. He could go defensively.
Okay.
So the wing backs could be Dallo and Luke Shaw. Right. Yeah. When you come to half time, if things are going wrong, he could switch it round and go attacking and put Garnacho and Ahmad as the wing backs. Yeah. So he's got space to work with. We can, switch it round. He could even go Shaw, Ahmad. He could go, Dallo, Garnacho, whatever, but he's got room to play with. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because he's got his rigid back 3, and I think the back 3 is the best for Man United. Everyone knows Harry Maguire is best in the back 3. He performs brilliantly in England in a back 3. Oh, yeah, De Ligt performs great in the back 3. Mazarawi could play left or right. Yeah. Okay, yeah. The wife, yeah, in a back 3. You could even drop Luke Shaw at left back in a back 3. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So we've got room to play with there. So it depends on. He could look at the game. He could go from the game, be defensively with his formation to suss the opposition out. Probe. Go here, maybe pinch a goal at half time, go 1-0 up, or go into the game, half time 0-0, and then he could go attacking. He has options. A lot of teams do not have these options. Think about it, they don't.
All right. That great answer there, Peter. I think Trevor is saying the boss is calling. You have to pick up when the boss is calling.
Life. I'll do it in the ass later. Should be cool.
Let me sit with it for a second. I had to send him to the dugout for a second. Peter, Jarvis is going to look at me after the show and say, well, you were not running the Q&A section. All right. Here we go. Next question is, hit the like button, by the way, if you're still here.
Marco.
Exactly. Next question is this one goes to Jarvis. Will United get top 4 this season and win a trophy?
The quick answer of that.
And Jarvis has just seen the fucking Northern Lights with my previous answer.
Oh, well, Neil, the answer is no. I don't want to get giddy. Let's just take one game at a time.
Happy you got broccoli.
I got bro. If you know, you know. All right. Jarvis, you said one game at a time.
One game at a time. You know.
What about one trophy at a time? Are we winning a trophy this season or no?
Oh, we could. We might win a trophy, and I see us winning the Europa League. That's a possibility. I don't think with the draw against Arsenal away, the FA Cup is gone. Now we have Spurs in the League Cup. So I think our strongest bet is Europa League. I don't think we will get top 4 this season. I don't see us being good enough at the moment. I think we will see these players fizzle out. You know, they will gas out because the new manager bounce will end. We saw this under Ole, and if we can get Europa League top 6, I will be okay with it.
Got it. Peter,
you know what, Jarvis, Pap? Yeah. I think top 4 is not, is not out of our realms of attending, to get there. I really don't think it is. I think, if we could beat Arsenal on Wednesday, the bounce we're going to get is going to be unbelievable. And I think then, a couple of games later, we got Man City away. Man City are a beaten animal. Seriously, Man City are a beaten animal. Yeah?
Yes.
We can beat them.
Yeah.
At the Etihad.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
And you never know. The problem is for us, we're in a kind of a situation where we can do harm to teams like Arsenal and Man City, where we're going to literally hand Liverpool the title. So, what will be, won't it? Liverpool will earn the title on their own merits, won't they?
That's true.
But Liverpool's not our concern. Our concern is us. And I think, personally, the way Amorim has got us collectively together, obviously, we're nowhere near the finished article under him. We're not. But considering where we was, we're going in the right direction. I think Arsenal could well be a bit complacent playing us. And they could get stung by us. Put it that way. They could get stung.
If you look at the table, you see the top 3 teams, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea. I don't think we can catch any of them. And I also believe that
Jarvis, with 6 points off.
Because we know the quality. So for me, I think Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man City will be top 4 this season. I think we will be fighting for 5th, maybe that can give us Champions League, or 6th, that will be Europa League. So, and I think we're up against Spurs and we're up against Villa. So Villa are on 19 points. We are on 19 points. Spurs are on.
You know what, Jarvis? I get you, dude. I get you. But what you got to think about is this, yeah. Everyone's got a very busy period coming up. Obviously, us, Man United, and every other team, they've got very busy periods coming. Very intensive period. If we can beat Arsenal on Wednesday, I think psychologically that will put the message out to the rest of the Premier League. Is like, shit, Man United are coming back. They're really coming back. We've got the manager bounce, new manager doing his shit, and we're coming back. And like, you know what? Clip me. We're going to beat them on Wednesday. I do. I think Arsenal
Yes.
will be mentally that blasé, thinking they're going to roll us over, we will surprise them. Because I tell you what, like, he will play Rasmus Højlund on Wednesday up front, yeah, and he will flatten. Rasmus will flatten their centre backs. Seriously, clip me up. Seriously, clip me up. That's how confident I am. Because what I've seen under Amorim at Old Trafford, I can see us going places. We're going to go places. We are. I'm not getting too gassed. I'm not. But I can see us going places. The guy is structurally putting us in the right direction. He's rigidly getting us in a nice formation that will defend us and at the same time pushes forward to score goals. And you've seen it. You've seen it.
Pete, we are 3 games into this Amorim contract, and we have drawn against Ipswich, won against Bodø Glimt and Everton, and we are doing well. I'm not taking it away, but things can turn around pretty quick when it comes to this Man United team, and we still have the same players.
Yeah, of course, Jarvis. Yeah,
and I believe there will come a time when they will stop fighting for Amorim.
Yeah,
and that's one of the biggest problems, because I don't think we can be consistent enough to fight for top 4. We are in the race, but I don't see it. But prove me wrong. I wouldn't be happier than being wrong when it comes to this.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, I think Ugarte and Morinouh in midfield is a non de plume. A non de plume means, it should happen. Yeah. It should be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Ahmad's going to play. Obviously, I think at this moment in time, Garnacho must realise that he is going to be in this little mini period of the transition we're in. He's going to be an impact player coming off the bench. I don't think he's a starter for us. I really don't think he is. I don't think he is actually, to be honest, in the bottom of my heart, an actual starting player in the Premier League. I don't think he's got the fortitude for that. I think as a impact sub, he can do it. Now, there's ways. I mean, Amorim used 5 subs on
all
the
his
Everton game.
I think all his games he's used all the subs.
That's it, Pappy. Yeah, but I mean, we was looking at Amorim. Might have had a little bit of I don't know whether it was a thigh problem or maybe a tendon problem, but it was a little bit iffy. But we couldn't use any subs.
No, yeah.
So he was a bit gingerly running around. A lot of us were saying, just take him out of the game. We'll play the game with 10 men, just take him off. If he's going to have a physical problem, take him out of the game.
Yeah.
He didn't, but hopefully, Amorim. Ahmad was okay. Bruno had an ice pack on his ankle.
Yeah.
But I think he's okay. You know what I mean? The thing is, this is what I've noticed most of all. Amorim has tempered Bruno. He's pulled him in. He's reeled him in. Stop throwing hand grenades everywhere. Yeah. Stay together. Look around. Visually scan yourself. Like I said to Jarvis on many streams, your spatial awareness is everything. Look around. Where your players are, what you're doing. Don't ping balls.
That's true.
I think so-and-so is going to be over there. No, have your spatial awareness to see where the players are. And Amorim is pulling him in, Bruno. He is. He's visually pulling Bruno in and saying, don't do crazy shit.
One more long ball, I'm taking your wife home with me, or something along those lines. He said something like he threatened him. He definitely threatened him, and I feel like we're seeing a new character of Bruno.
I mean, the thing is, Jarvis, we got options at number 10. We can play. We could drop Xerxes at number 10. We could play Mason Mount at number 10. We could put Kobe Mainoo at number 10. Yeah, no, Bruno's not number 10. He's a number 8. So that's out of the question. The problem is with playing Bruno out of number 8 is you need to solidify your midfield. For me, that means if you play Bruno at 8, you need Ugarte there to back him up. Forget about Casemiro. You need Ugarte there to back him up.
Second last question of our Q&A comes from Talking Pets. Pet says, I'm not saying Leicester will win the league, but do you think Amorim will regret letting him go after what he said about Ahmad's influence he had on him? Oh, Ruud. He's talking about Ruud Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah. Ruud.
Okay, all right.
Ruud Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, Peter, go ahead first, and then Jarvis, and then I'll chime in on that.
You know what? Good luck to Ruud. I think the 4 games he was in charge at Man United, and I said it on my channel, was him putting himself in the shop window, because at the end of the day, the guy needs to get employment, and he done well. You know, people say it's only this team, it's only that team. Fuck me, what team are you going to play then? You know what I mean? Going to pick and choose Liverpool every week to play, and Man City. You know, you play what's in front of you, and the point is, it's how you play what's in front of you. And he's done well. Won 3 games, drawn 1. So good luck to Ruud. I do. I think he will do well at Leicester. I really do.
Yeah.
I think he'll solidify him being in the Premiership. He won't go down. And you never know. In cup competitions, you never know, do you? You know, look at Coventry last season, guys. So I think Ruud and Leicester will have a nice relationship together, put it that way. I think they will.
All right, Jarvis, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Amorim, he won't regret letting Ruud go. I think Amorim is a guy who's very conscious about the chemistry and the group chemistry, and he likes people around him that he trusts. That's why he brought in all these coaches, and I think his team has functioned well in many years. So I fully agree with Amorim letting Ruud go, but I wish Ruud the best in Leicester, and I hope he does well, and that they stay up. That's the thing. Yeah,
they will, Jav.
I really have that feeling that they will stay up, and it's great that his first match was not a flattering result. So I think that will be a good test to see what he can do to a team defensively as well, because we all associate Ruud Van Nistelrooy with attacking coach, attacking minded player, you know. But let's not forget he was a coach for PSV before coming to be assistant. And he knows how to actually structure a team. And the question is, you know, like, will he be successful? And my short answer is yes, he will help them stay in the league. Guys, last comment is, remember to hop on to Football Power Hour to subscribe and smash a like and learn about food. Also check out Alien Tenu's channel as well. Just like that, we're done with the Q&A section. I want to hand the show over back to Jarvis. And I think you know, as we wrap up, this has been a great stream so far. So Jarvis, over to you, sir.
Yes, I'm back. I'm back in my favorite seat, the control seat of the house. So yeah, we are 2 hours 33 minutes into the show, so I think it's time to wrap it up. I just want to mention, because I promised you guys, we have I need to open this up again. Share screen, and let's see. There it is. We are going to talk about Dalot.
Sell his ass.
It's always linked to Real Madrid.
Sell his ass, man. If Real Madrid want to buy him for 30 odd million, fucking sell him.
He says 30
Seriously, sell him. This guy goes more AWOL Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, Jarvis, Pappy. Yeah, I'm going to come in here, cut in, because I go to games. Every time I've been at Man United, I've seen Luke Shaw from the left-hand side cut in to the right of the midfield, all the time, and go AWOL and leave a space behind him. This guy does exactly the same as him. And for all the people in the back, and I say it, in the back, you think this guy is a great player. If Real Madrid want to give us 30, 40 million for him, goodbye.
50 apparently, 50.
Yeah, take it.
If it's with add-ons or whatever.
Yeah, take the deal. Yeah. Goodbye. See you later. Because we've got Murray and Ali Amas who are coming through. And I'm telling you now, I watch a lot of Man United youth football. Murray is a better right back than what Dalot will ever be. Believe you me.
Well said. Papi, what's your thoughts? Would you sell Dalot?
I think Dalot,
he was the player of the season last.
Papi will take 40 million and broccoli for him.
Broccoli add-ons. No, he was the player of the season last season for us. I think
he's not good, Papi.
Well, Peter, you don't just fall into player of the season award. Come on now, let's be real. Like he's been very fatigued. He's been overplayed. He's been played Ten Hag for the first part of the season. Played him on the left side, and we know that's not his primary position. So if you want to see the best of Dalot, you play him in his best position. And right now, I think our right wing back position is sorted if we have Dalot and Mazraoui pushing each other. Of course, Mazraoui right now looks like the player to own that position. But
we bought Mazraoui for £13 million.
Yes.
And he's took.
But if we sell Dalot's
right back position, how long has Dalot been at Man United? How long has he been at Man United? And a £13 million player has took his spot.
Peter, what are we gonna do if Mazraoui gets injured and now
we got Murray? We got the young lad called Murray to play there.
You want to put in a young lad when we're still in the Europa League, we're still in the FA Cup, we're still in the... Come on, Peter. No. We keep Dalot and let him push Mazraoui. Sit on the bench and wait for Mazraoui to get tired or Mazraoui to have a stinker, and then you put him in his rightful position. That's all. That way you'll have a recharged Dalot.
You know what? Happy, sorry, sir. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Jarvis will tell you this, and Mick Ruby will tell you this. I'm an advocate of when you look at your players and you look at them that they have peak value, that's when you sell them.
Sure.
That's when you sell your players, when they have peak value, because once they reach that peak, they're going to go down. They will lose value. Now, you then factor in the peak value to what they're contributing to your team. And then you look and think, it's the players here that can do the same job as this guy. So then you sell, like I said last summer, we should sell Bruno and Rashford. Peak value, peak money, get the optimum value, reinvest that money into the squad. This is what business people do. Seriously, this is what they do. They get rid of big value.
Listen to this perspective, though. If there is peak value and there's peak potential, he's reaching his peak potential right now, right?
No, he's not. He's 25.
He's 20. Yeah, he was 24 just last year. So, right now he's 25. You sell Dalot when he's at 27. When he's actually now when to other people he it looks like he's still in his peak, he's plateaued and hit the ceiling, and then you give him to another club. But right now we've developed Dalot, we've sent him on loan, he's come back, he's now entering his peak. He's just entering his peak. You use him for 1 or 2 more years and then you get him gone.
No, sell him. Happy, you're not listening.
We're gonna become a developing
deep
club.
What I'm saying, right? Deep what I'm saying, bro. We bought Casemiro and Varane when Real Madrid knew they got the best out of them. Yeah. We paid over the odds to get them players. I'm not saying we didn't get value out of them players, because we did, because they won 2 trophies. Yeah. What I'm saying is this with Dalot is, while he's on the up, and you're saying he's on the up, that's when you strike the iron, when it starts and go, okay, offload him, get rid of it, get the money in, invest in new players. Because this is what apparently, and I use this loosely, this is what Ineos apparently want to do, is after turnover of players who were evolving from young bucks, young lads coming up to the peak value. Are they going to be echelon players, or are they just going to be good players to be cash in and sell? For me, Dalot, cash in and sell. Take him.
I hear it. I say use 1 more year or 2 more years and then cash in. That's where, and we can disagree.
I'm going to pour some ice water into your veins. I'm just going to say this came from a Spanish newspaper outlet giving us this Dalot rumor. We know Real Madrid, they don't pay much for players. They will never in a million years pay 50 million euros for Dalot. That's out of the question. They will come in with a cheeky bids, 15, maybe 20 million.
Sure.
With add-ons, 25 at max. And the question is, are we selling Dalot for 20 million plus 5 million add-ons?
No.
And if we are going to bring in a replacement for Dalot, what will a replacement cost us? Because we won't be able to sign a Mazraoui signing every time. I think we were lucky on that one. Ineos did really well, but there is a chance that we can sell him for 20 plus 5, and we have to replace him with a player. Let's say, and we know the other Premier League clubs, they are really trying to rinse us when it comes to buying players. Like Brentwaite, we saw him yesterday. Terrible, and Everton wanted in about 65 millions for him. We heard at most, and maybe in between 50 to 65 with add-ons. Kirkes, we wanted him, but he was too expensive. So where are we getting this place? Because the only option I see if we sell him is that we have a replacement in the youth setup that we can bring in right away. Or we want to open up space, let's say for Harry Amas. Harry Amas is a brilliant player, but I don't know if he's ready. He's 17 still. He's not even an adult. So selling Dalot now, January window for 25 millions. No, that's out of the question.
Not 25 million. No way. Dalot is 40 million upwards. Easy.
50. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
You think so? Yeah, maybe you're right, but I don't think Real Madrid will come in and pay 50 for him. That's just my thoughts. But again,
they need that right back position covered. So it's like they need to get somebody good, because Carvajal is on the way out, right? They don't have like a proper right back for the future. This is they get a 25-year-old that they can use for 7 years, 8 years, so it might.
You know what, Pappy, right?
Yeah,
it's hard to explain on the chat, because I'm privileged to go to games, and I can see the view of everyone. Dalot, listen to me. Dalot is all over the fucking place on the pitch. If you think he's a top class right back, seriously, man, I'm telling you, this guy is all over the show. He is all over the place. He's not disciplined. He can't stick to the job what he wants to do. I've seen this season out. You see it on TV. And the guy looks good. You go to Old Trafford and see in real life, you will see this guy get caught out of position time and time again. Seriously.
Yeah.
If someone wants to buy in for 40 million, I will rip your fucking arm off and take it. Seriously. Take the geezer. Have him. Take him. I'm being serious, Pappy. Dude,
Yeah,
honest, dude, I'm being serious. This guy is crazily crap at his positional awareness.
Yeah.
He is. He's just crap. Like he is.
Yeah. No.
Well, we'll see what the Dallas saga brings, but I think he'll stay. So that's the end of the show, guys. I want to thank Pete for coming on. I want to thank Poppy for being here.
He's got cheese and broccoli,
co-host.
Jarvis.
Broccoli is the cheese. Jarvis is the cheese. I'm the broccoli.
Cheese and the broccoli.
That is hilarious. You are a great substitution. Great performance as a sub, Peter. Incredible work, honestly.
It's just, I mean, what I'm Pappy with this broccoli shit, man. I don't know what actually went on, but broccoli just is associated to you, dude. So
hey, I'll claim it. It's very healthy. And very important. So all right, guys.
well, I mean, I suppose, Pappy, you could always say this: wash it before you eat it.
That's the advice you should give yourself for later, Peter. All right. Jarvis,
Okay.
It's gonna go left. It's gonna.
Bye, everybody. Okay, I'm ending the show, guys. I want to thank the chat, the VAR room, Stephanie, Lucky Singh, Mick, who's watching, still up. What time is it there, Mick? It must be in the middle of the night or early morning now. Mr. B, Danny B, Lucky Singh, who's been here. Thank you for all the brilliant questions from Alien Tenno. Trevor Wade contributed. Kevin McGee, Nash M87. All of you guys. Neil Driscoll, Talking Pets, come in as a new subscriber today. Thank you, Talking Pets. We are gradually getting more subscribers, and I'm thankful for that. So, guys, it's been a top show, and it's been brilliant to have you on. So, thanks, guys, and hopefully see you next Monday, 9 p.m. Jarvis's Corner. Have a good one. Good night.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.